Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your lockdown main event of the evening. At this time, please allow me to introduce the keeper of the cage, the man that will hold the key, a true legend in professional wrestling from the great state of Missouri. He is an 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the legendary Harley Race.
Oh, you talk about the great names in St. Louis wrestling history. Harley Race is right up there with Lou Thez, with Dick the Bruiser, with Pat O'Connor, and so many more of the greats. Harley Race beat Ric Flair, 1983, right here in St. Louis to win one of those 8 NWA World Heavyweight titles.
In the lethal lockdown match, 2 men will begin, one from each team for a 5-minute period, and then in 2-minute intervals, a new man from each team will enter the 6 sides of steel. So, ladies and gentlemen, let the lethal lockdown begin. Introducing the first entrant representing Team Christian Cage from Kingsville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AXS TV.
Interesting strategy on the part of Team Cage. Captain Christian Cage has obviously made the selection to have the phenomenal AJ Styles kick it off for his team. Remember, the first 2 wrestlers will compete for 5 minutes, then the other wrestlers will come out in intervals of 2 minutes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Angle, the first entrant. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is Kurt Angle.
I like this strategy by both teams. I think what you do, Mike, is you take your best conditioned athletes. You take the athletes that you feel can go the longest distance. With AJ Styles, that's what he is. He's such a fine-tuned athlete. And then you think of the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle, and who better than himself, and I like it as a captain. He's a real leader as he puts himself out first.
And look at when Kurt Angle takes off the Olympic colors. Check out what he's wearing. Yeah, the colors of the St. Louis Cardinals.
And that crowd appreciated that gesture.
And here we go, the opening 5 minutes. Kurt Angle, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and we are underway in our lethal lockdown matchup.
This is such a unique match, Mike, because pinfalls and submissions don't mean anything. You might do it to your opponent just to kind of rub it in his face and let him know you can do it at any time. But it doesn't matter because until they get all 10 in.
Now that's the key.
Right. They're going to stay out there until all 10 get in. And then the ceiling lowers.
And then, and only then, after the ceiling lowers, after the weapons come into play, then pinfalls, then submission obviously become of the utmost importance, because only after all 10 are in the ring and the cage lowers with those weapons attached, that's when lethal lockdown really gets kicked off.
Now you think about how that small that cage scene when you had Brother Ray and Brother Devon and LAX in there. Throw 6 more men and weapons involved, and I mean, you better have eyes in the back of your head.
I mean, you've got to, especially when it gets into the numbers advantage, and that's another thing to consider. I mean, Jeff Jarrett, it looked like this past Thursday on Impact, had given that numbers edge to Team Angle, but not the case. Jim Cornette reversing that decision earlier tonight, and as a result, Team Angle will be fighting Don at a disadvantage until all 10 men come into play.
I mean, it's just so long that you've got to stay in. You know for a simple fact that, I mean, think about it, every 2 minutes for the next 8, so that's 16, 21 minutes at least that Kurt Angle and AJ Styles have to be out in that ring, if my adding is right.
Oh, you're right on the money. No question about that as we see Angle connect with the backbreaker to the phenomenal AJ Styles. And keep this in the back of your mind. The winner of this match, whoever scores the pin, whoever gets the submission victory, whether it's a member of Team Christian Cage or Team Kurt Angle, that particular wrestler gets the NWA World Heavyweight Championship title shot next month at our Sacrifice pay-per-view. What agility by Styles, lands on his feet and just caught a vicious right hand to the side of the head of Angle.
Oh, wow,
Goes
look at that.
airborne. Kurt caught him right in mid-move.
He just went to the well one time too often, and now he just nonchalantly, though, right there by Kurt Angle. That's sending a message. He knows that AJ Styles is going to be there a long time, so he just wants to toy with him here. Just inflict a little damage, one shot after another, and you can see he caught him right because AJ just writhing in pain.
Body slam, drops Styles right on his back. Angle follow-up, European uppercut rocks the head of AJ Styles. Sets him right back up into the corner. Now going to shoot him off diagonally and does. Back first into the turnbuckles, but then Angle charged right in, and you can see him holding the top of his head as Kurt Angle went right through those ring ropes and hit that corner post.
Well, that's just the problem that you have when you go at it full steam like that. If you don't connect with your target, there's only one thing that's going to stop you, and that's the cage. And you can see that it cost Kurt Angle as he just caught it right flat on top of the head, and that gives AJ Styles the advantage he needs. A nice shot right there with the elbow by AJ Styles.
You saw that countdown clock on your screen earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, we are under 2 minutes until the third competitor hits the ring, a minute 45, until we see who is next. And of course, at that point, we know it's going to be a member of Team Cage.
Well, Jim Cornette reversed it because last Thursday when Jeff Jarrett won the match by coming in with Team Angle, but he used the guitar on AJ Styles, so Jim Cornette, and I think that's just that past history that he had with Jeff Jarrett. He felt he had to do something, and all that's done is plant the seeds of doubt in the rest of the members of Team Angle.
Don't see this very often. Kurt Angle on the defensive here. AJ Styles in total control, wrenching and cranking on the head and neck of the Olympic gold medalist, who tries to get back up to his feet.
I mean, what kind of strategy do you employ if you're AJ Styles? You've got to do whatever you can that can keep you grounded also and try to take the air out. Wow, nice shot by AJ as he realized that Kurt Angle just didn't have enough into him after he held on to his neck for so long and just levels.
I think the key, what's in the back of AJ Styles' mind is surviving at least the 5 minutes, but you have to admit he's thriving here against Kurt Angle because in the back of Styles' mind he knows that it's going to be the advantage to Team Cage with the third member who comes out in less than a minute.
I know it's not often you say it, especially with a gold medalist in the ring, but AJ Styles might be the best athlete out of all 10 of these. I don't know that anybody would dispute that.
Under 30 seconds, AJ, you can see he's got the case of the rabbit ears here, communicating with the ringside fans as Angle just took him high overhead and powered him right down to the mat.
Great
Olympic
move,
style.
When you look at the time left, that's what Kurt Angle needs to do because he knows for the next 2 minutes it's going to be 2-on-1, and you got to try to take AJ Styles out of it if you can.
And I'm not even sure that Angle, I'm sure he's got that clock in his head, but I'm not even sure he realizes just how close he was to being outnumbered. Now we knew it was going to be a member of Team Cage, and he sends the 6'8", 350-pound out-of-control monster Abyss towards the ring to give his team the numbers game. As soon as he enters the 6 sides, yes, it's going to be advantage 2-1 for Team Cage. It's now Abyss and Styles against Kurt Angle.
And look at Kurt Angle just going right after Abyss. And Abyss is somebody, to me, that's a wild card in this match. I mean, he's just so frustrated with what's going on, the blackmail that James Mitchell's using against him. And he's going to take it out right there on Kurt Angle. And man, alive.
You notice this situation with James Mitchell, who came down with Abyss, and Harley Race, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and the legendary wrestler. Harley's here to make sure that there's no outside interference in this matchup, and he is putting the bad mouth on James Mitchell.
Oh, he's giving him the stare down, too. And let's face it, if Mitchell gets into a fight with Harley Race in this building, Mitchell's going to get torn apart limb from limb, and the crowd would riot.
Angle, well, numbers game definitely at a disadvantage here. Abyss taking total control of this matchup. Series of shots to the head of Kurt Angle. AJ not even involved yet, just standing by and watching, but seems to be enjoying it.
Well, you've got to be careful. You know, I mean, it could backfire. You could go in while Abyss is raining down blows and catch one yourself. Kurt Angle's got to survive here. Kurt Angle has got to survive. What a shot right there by AJ Styles. As both these guys, I think, are just going to go after him one after another.
25 seconds away from getting another member of Team Angle into the ring to at least momentarily, or at least for 2 minutes, to even it up at 2-2.
Oh, what a shot right there into the gut by AJ Styles. And Kurt Angle has got 12 seconds to hold on before he gets some help. But I don't know how much help he's going to be to whoever comes down.
Oh, man, that's 350 pounds of Abyss charging across the ring and sandwiching Angle in the corner.
The War Machine, Rhino.
Well, you know he's not going to waste any time. As the War Machine goes flying right into the ring, and look at that. He knows that Kurt Angle's been in there. He knows that Kurt Angle's swore out at this point. He's got to give him a chance to recover, because they're going to need Kurt Angle all through this match. And look at the War Machine. Everything he's got right now, but he has to, because he's 1-on-2 with Kurt Angle there in the corner, and the War Machine just taking it to him.
Well, the advantage you have here is it's a completely fresh War Machine. And Rhino, you see that? Hits the belly to belly. Is he going to go for the gore?
Oh, why not? Trying to take Abyss out right from the beginning.
Slow to get to his feet. As soon as he does, oh man, he was going for the gore, but he got caught in mid-move. Could be the choke slam. War Machine fights him off. Series of elbows. Here comes Rhino.
You can see the War Machine. Oh, he goes right off the ropes and catches Abyss right in the head. And now he just immediately goes after AJ Styles. But now they gave Kurt Angle time to get up, and he's putting the boots to Abyss.
2-2 in terms of members in this matchup. Rhino's going to take Styles now and try and catapult him, and does. High, oh man, right hook him chest first in the turnbuckle.
Oh, he just catapulted him right into the cage.
Meanwhile, you see Angle putting the beat down on the Monster Abyss, and communication between Angle and Rhino.
Well, you can see Angle, being the captain that he is, just barking out instructions, and Rhino just, like clockwork, goes right after it. They're going to do the 2-on-1 on Abyss, and then they're going to probably concentrate on AJ, but nice double team.
Yeah, double shoulder block. Angle and Rhino take down Abyss. Styles slow to get to his feet. And Team Angle finally has turned this thing around in their favor. Again, no pinfalls, no submissions until all 10 men in the match. But if you think about how important those first 21 minutes are, Don, in determining who eventually will get that pin or submission. Who's next to give the advantage to Team Cage?
AJ Styles busted open. Tomko, buddy, doesn't waste any time. What a boot! What a boot to the War Machine, as I mentioned right as AJ was giving the instruction. AJ Styles been busted in the head. I can see that, and it's just bloody and violent in that cage, especially with the level these guys go. But now look at this. Tomko sees, oh man, sees Rhino and goes right after him.
What a force Tomko has become. I mean, since he arrived here in TNA, there goes Rhino, head first right into the corner. Tomko has come out, and he's turned this thing, and I guess not surprisingly, when you consider that the Team Cage now has the 3-2 numbers edge, turned it totally in Christian Team's favor. Big running slam for the Olympic gold medalist as Tomko takes down Angle.
I'm seeing a pattern here that when the fresh guy comes in, he's able to be, he's just fresh enough to be able to take it to everybody in there to give his teammates time to recover and catch their breath. And it always seems to work, and then it gives them about a minute of the one-man advantage, and now it's 3-on-2 for Team Cage.
No question, the fresh man turns the tide in this matchup. It's what we've seen really ever since Abyss gave Team Cage the advantage at 2-1, and now Tomko measures and connects right to the top of the head of the War Machine, Rhino, and Rhino's been busted open.
But look at Kurt Angle, and oh, a nice shoulder block right there by Abyss as he sends Angle down, as it looked like, and now Rhino taking shot after shot from the phenomenal AJ Styles. And now look at the boot. Look at that boot right there by Abyss as he's just driving it into the chin and the pressure, using those ropes.
Yeah, and the 350 pounds as well behind that boot right across the throat of Kurt Angle. Tomko comes off the ropes and caught Rhino right in the face with the boot.
He just leveled him. Tomko's just moving around. I mean, this guy has really become a force since he's been back, and doesn't seem like he's under the influence of Christian Cage like he has been in the past.
Time to even it up once again. Who's going to be next from Team Angle?
Representing Team Angle, Samoa Joe.
Here comes the Samoan submission machine, quickly making his way inside the cage, and Joe's been turned loose.
Oh, what a shot he did on AJ Styles, and now the headbutt, and now a shot to AJ. Grabs Abyss, and man, he just came on fire. And look at him. Oh man, puts the knee. Listen to the crowd yell, Joe's gonna kill you, and that's what he's doing to everybody from Team Cage that's in that ring right now.
There's the backsplash for Abyss. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, similar to the way Tomko came out here, and now Tomko able to turn it around on Joe, who gets the elbow up as he charges at Samoa Joe.
I mean, these guys understand when they get in, they have to do damage.
Oh, what a knee!
Shot! What a knee shot! But he forgot about AJ Styles.
This is the hard part of this match, Don, especially as all
Wow!
wrestlers get in here. You said it earlier. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head, really, to be successful long-term in this match. Samoa Joe, however, overpowers Styles, puts him up on top, muscle buster out of the corner.
Why not? Inflict the damage. And he just levels AJ Styles. Wow! A crowd loves it.
No, Samoa Joe avoid Tomko, and he just walked right in to the angle suplex. Going to take him over. That's two. Count along with us at home.
Here he goes for the third one. I mean, think about the size of Tomko, and think about how long Kurt Angle's been in this match, and he's still got the strength to do this. That's incredible. There's another one.
Fourth overhead. Amazing, and he maintains his grip, maintains the contact. Kurt Angle, unreal.
Tomko grabs the ropes to save his life, but no! Angle gives him another one for good measure. Five suplexes.
Time to give the advantage back to Team Cage. Who's next?
Representing Team Cage, Big Papa Pump, Scott
Steiner. 4-3, Team Cage with the arrival of the genetic freak. Here comes Scott Steiner, and Angle's ready for him, but oh, just as soon as Steiner hits the ring, Angle's deck clothesline for Rhino as well, and now here comes the belly-to-belly overhead and released.
Again, and everybody is just taking so much out of themselves, and think about it. This match doesn't even really get started until the ceiling is dropped. And this is what you've already seen, and look at Big Papa Pump.
Wow, he's gonna take Rhino. Steiner puts Rhino up on top. Scott Steiner climbs to the top.
What in the world?
What the hell?
Scott Steiner! Unbelievable!
I'm not gonna call it a Hurricane Rana, forget you! That's a Frankensteiner, my God!
You gotta be kidding me! As Scott Steiner just creamed him with the Frankensteiner.
Do you believe it?
No.
Wow! Pulling out all the stops is right.
When was the last time you saw him do that?
Many years ago.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It just kind of set the crowd, and it just sets the tone.
Everybody.
That's what this means. Let's see if we can see that
again.
again.
I'd love to.
I don't
mean,
know
you
that you
about
get to see that much.
Catching me by surprise and catching all of us off guard.
We're going to try to get that hooked up. Here we go.
We're going to effort to do it. Here we go. Look at this.
Wow.
Oh, that's no exhibition wrestler. My God, that's the genetic freak who just connected with the Frankensteiner.
And look at Joe, and wow, what a kick to the back of Abyss's head. As Samoa Joe, but I just saw Steiner rake the eyes of Angle, and Tomko crashes the back of Joe. We're doing our best to call on the action here.
Good luck. Time to even it up. Who's next from Team Angle?
representing Team Angle, this is
They stand as one here in St. Louis as Sting hits the cage. Clotheslines. Look, it's Sting on fire. Abyss misses. Oh, man, he caught him inverted. He just dropped the monster Abyss right down to the canvas.
And he gives the scream, and you hear the crowd come back in unison. And look at the Stinger splash right there on Scott Steiner.
Stinger splash again. Yeah, there's one for the monster Abyss. Corner to corner. Who's next? Double stack. I think he got both Styles and Tomko, didn't he?
He sure did. Tomko, I think, threw AJ in front of him to block it. And now look at this. As you see Sting just putting that rope where it's got to hurt the worst on Steiner.
Big right hand, rocks Steiner and almost sends him right out the cage door.
He's holding on for dear life.
Wow, what an entrance by Sting, and what a way to turn the match up in the favor of Team Angle.
You can see now up top of the cage, and now everybody's going up. This is just absolutely crazy. The pyramid up on top. Unreal.
Wait a minute, look out!
Oh, my God. AJ Styles got creamed.
I think AJ got We got to see it again. We got it.
Look at this as you see Abyss up high, but AJ Styles takes the brunt of it. And Sting standing tall when it's all over with.
Oh, we're back live. Countdown shows we're 15 seconds away. And just through deduction, we know who's going to be next for Team Cage. It's got to be Christian Cage. Sting with the Scorpion. Good move to wear down Scott Steiner, but you're not going to win the match, not yet.
The final participant for Team Cage, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage.
Well, you knew he would put himself in the best position. I mean, that's just the Christian Cage way. Numbers, edge, 5-4 for Team Cage for the next 2 minutes.
I mean, think about the difference between Angle and Cage. What does Kurt Angle do as a leader? He goes out there first. He tells his team, I'll be out there the longest. That's the kind of leader I am. That's how dedicated I am to this team. Christian Cage, you gotta wonder if he did it for selfish reasons, keeping himself last.
What do you mean, wonder? Of course he did. That's the Christian Cage way.
I'm giving the champ a little benefit of the doubt.
Stop. It's him first and everybody else second.
Oh, look at Sting, though. Wow, just sitting flying up in the air.
Nice back body drop by Sting, but Christian comes back. No effect with those chops at all, and Sting just laughs right in his face.
Now look at Sting, man. I mean, this is the only time it seems that one of the guys has to come out and just clean house, and I mean, Sting fired up like we've not seen him.
Digging deep, gonna shoot him across. There goes Christian to the corner, and there goes the Stinger splash.
Christian Cage come in, and that momentum that normally comes with being the fresh man, and Sting's just taking it right out of him from the beginning.
Sting, corner to corner, post to post, one side of the cage to the other, just totally dominating Christian Cage. Ready for the Scorpion?
Oh, he's got it locked in, and I mean, what a way to do it now. Just inflict the pain, inflict the damage. You know, maybe pull a ligament there. But because when that ceiling gets dropped here in 2 minutes and 13 seconds, it's a whole new ball game, and you want to be fresh.
You hear him counting down.
The wild card.
We know who's going to be next. The 10th and final entrant to the Lethal Lockdown.
The 5th and final entrant for Team Angle. This is the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, I guess it's time that we see what Jeff Jarrett is all about. All of the questions, all of the doubts. And we're talking about doubts from fans. We're talking about doubts from even the wrestlers in this match. Look at that leg extension by Jarrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, all 10 men are in the ring. Let the Lethal Lockdown begin.
Here we go. It's time that we go to war in the Lethal Lockdown match.
Well, the first question's been answered as we see the ceiling being lowered, and now you cannot get pinned. Whoever has the pin gets the title shot against Christian Cage, and Jeff Jarrett came right in, and look at this. He's bonding with the team. I haven't seen any indication that he's got other motives.
And Jarrett climbing up, obviously, to get one of the weapons that's hanging down. Quickly pulled back into play by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Christian Cage, but Jarrett just decked him. And again, Christian goes up, and there's your question answered. Jarrett pulls him right back down.
Well, he realized that Christian was close to getting that garbage can, and Jeff Jarrett pulled him down and just taking shot after shot at Christian Cage. And you know what? I think back to Bound for Glory, and I think back to that heartfelt speech that Jeff Jarrett did. And now look at this. He goes up and he gets a bat, and he throws it to Sting.
He tosses it across the ring. Sting catches the bat and connects. He just drilled the monster abyss.
And he gives Rhino a garbage can. What an assist as he takes the garbage can and crushes the champ. And then he goes after Scott Steiner.
And then he tosses a nightstick to Samoa Joe. Jarrett taking down all the weapons and tossing them to his teammates.
Man, not only is he a teammate, he's Steve Nash in there. He's throwing out assists to everybody.
Oh, nightclub shot. Samoa Joe just caught Tomko. And now Jarrett taking down a trash can lid. Oh, the top of the head of the monster abyss.
Absolutely handsome as we see Jeff Jarrett just being the consummate teammate as it has gone advantage Team Angle. Oh, did you see that?
Look at this? Shot after shot after shot. A repeated Jeff Jarrett drilling Scott Steiner in the head with the trash can lid.
And think about it, it was Jeff Jarrett that brought Scott Steiner into TNA. I mean, wow. Has it come 180 degrees?
Jarrett with that lead pipe just drilled Abyss first in the stomach and then to the back.
Trying to follow the action. Now somehow AJ Styles got the bat of Sting and he's just using it like Albert Pujols would here in St. Louis. But Kurt Angle able to catch it into his belly and grab the arms, and now look at that.
Double gun salute from the gold medalist, and then he takes him over. Connects first with that suplex. Gonna go again, but the low blow by AJ Styles.
Well, you gotta survive in a match like this. I mean, you have to survive, and AJ Styles is one of those that can do some remarkable things. Oh, wait a minute. What's AJ Styles doing? What on earth?
What the hell?
AJ Styles
going to the top
We've seen
of the cage.
This man is absolutely incredible. And Kurt Angle's still hurting from that cross shot that he got. But look at Kurt Angle. He's going right up there after him.
Yeah, Angle trying to dig down deep, trying to gut it out and get up to the top of the cage as well. And both men now are up on the roof, high above the ring. Angle and AJ Styles on the roof of the Lethal Lockdown cage.
I mean, look at this. Abyss has got 2 bags of tacks. I know that's what's in there. I saw that in his hands. And look at, oh my God, the danger of AJ Styles and Angle as they're so high up here in the family arena. This is just crazy, Mike.
What an incredible camera shot that is. And you can see just how careful that Angle's being. Harley Race just applied the knockout blow to James Mitchell here around the ringside area.
Well, he saw him hand those bags
the
of tacks in, and it just took him a little time to get over there, but he sure made it pay off. Look at Tonko and Joe up top as they're smashing each other. As Angle and AJ Styles are having to be very careful with where they're at up there. Oh my, your heart stops. And oh well, man.
Oh man, what a bad landing by Samoa Joe. And again, we're trying to keep our eyes on the cage. What's going on inside the cage?
Unbelievable
He
gore.
just gored him right out the door.
He just gored him right out of the cage. Unbelievable. I mean, the chain from the cage went flying. It hit Stevie right here. The chain hit Stevie, who takes care of us. Unreal. Look at those guys on top. This is so Wait a minute. He's got a chair. Oh, he crushes Angle with it.
The battle. Oh, there goes Rhino right out to the floor. Courtesy of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Well, there's no chain to hold it up.
Look out.
Oh, my God.
Right here at the table. There goes Rhino face first right into the broadcast position. Steiner's picked up a championship belt. He's got the NWA World Title belt in his hand.
Did you see Joe? Suicide dive right through Mike. Unreal.
But then Steiner with the championship belt to the back of the head of Samoa Joe. My God, bodies laid out all over the building here in St. Louis.
It's just a war zone right now. It's an absolute war zone. It's Joe right for the table. Look at the tacks in the hands of Abyss. And don't forget, Angle and AJ are up top.
The thousands and thousands of tacks. Look out, Rhino right here as well. We're going to we'll try and keep our eyes on everything that's going on. We got wrestlers right here battling the table. Here comes Tonko.
Right on the table. Tonko got it. Rhino's busted open. Into the rail goes Rhino from Steiner. Don't forget, Angle and AJ are busted up top after chair shots. And look at Sting and Jarrett with a double team.
Double shot! Christian Cage goes back first into the thumbtacks. My God!
Unreal. Look at Christian Cage's face. And we got to be careful. We got Joe and Steiner and Tonko and Rhino all right in front of us. Oh, no.
Abyss, wind up, black hole slam by Abyss on Jarrett.
Wait a minute, look up top, too. On their feet again. It's AJ.
Styles and Angle fighting tooth and nail on the top, on the roof of the cage. Samoa Joe's choking out Tonko.
Oh, no.
Right
Look at AJ
Look out.
Styles.
AJ, look out.
Oh, my God.
Show it again!
Oh my
Good
God!
Lord! What a landing! We're back live. Angle's up on the roof. It's Abyss, Jarrett, Cage, Sting in the ring. The rest of the competitors are laid out, knocked out on the floor.
Keep in mind, there hasn't been a pin yet or a submission. We're trying to funnel. You see Abyss with another bag of tacks in his hands. Oh no!
He's got the bag, and he's gonna dump out thousands more.
Look at that, he put him in the guitar.
What?
Oh no!
He's loading up the guitar with the tacks.
He's loading it up. Listen to this crowd, they know what they're seeing.
Oh, you're damn right, it's awesome. That might not even describe it.
And listen, Kurt Angle is still stuck.
Did you see that? Abyss just motioned to Jarrett. He told Jarrett to get to his feet. He said, I loaded the guitar with tacks.
Oh man, there's Sting. Oh no!
What's he gonna do? No! Jarrett! Don't do it, Jarrett! Don't do it!
What's he doing? He's moving him away. He just smashed him with tacks.
The tacks! The thousands of tacks go flying everywhere. Jarrett can get the pin.
Look at him pointing at Sting again. He's pointing at Sting.
He told Sting, cover him.
Look at this. What on earth is going on?
I mean, Jarrett could get the title shot right here.
This is a chance for a title shot.
Pin.
1, 2. Sting gets the win.
Sting gets the title because of Jarrett. Sting gets the title shot.
The winners of the Lethal Lockdown match, Team Angle.
This is unreal. Why would Jarrett take the pin? What's he trying to prove? Is he turned over a new leaf? I don't know that Sting believes it, but he took the pin.
All the questions, all the doubts that we had about Jeff Jarrett, as far as I'm concerned, they were just answered. They were just answered 100%. Jarrett had that title shot right in his grasp. Jarrett, the knockout blow. And he laid it up for Sting. He handed it to Sting on a silver platter, and Sting's gonna get the title shot.
He's still trying to get the handshake. Sting can't believe it. He gave him a title shot. Rhino. I thought Abyss was setting him up. I thought Jarrett had the whole thing planned. And look at this. They shake hands. And the Kurt Angle stuck up top. He can't believe it, I'm sure.
And I think he finally won Samoa Joe over too. Look at this, Samoa Joe extending the hand to Jarrett.
He respected it. Samoa Joe shakes his hand.
My God, what a spectacle!
Look at Angle. Look at Kurt Angle's face. He can't believe it. He's shaking his head. And Jeff Jarrett's trying to tell him, what do you want? Kurt Angle saying, get away.
What a night it's been. Sting ends up winning Lethal Lockdown. Sting gets the title shot against Christian next month at Sacrifice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sacrifice continues with a Texas death match. In this contest, there is no disqualification and falls count anywhere. A wrestler wins the match when he scores a fall on his opponent and the opponent cannot answer a 10 count. Introducing the first competitor accompanied to the ring by the pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore. From Leapers Fork, Tennessee, Cowboy James Storm.
Falls count anywhere. You heard the rules, and while the pin or submission win on doesn't lead to an immediate victory, you do need to pin your opponent for the referee to start the 10 count and be victorious in the Texas death match. No disqualification, falls count anywhere. The pride of Tennessee, Ms. Jackie Moore, brings the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, to the ring. Here's the introduction of his opponent.
From Fort Bragg, Kentucky, Wildcat Chris Harris.
You can feel the emotion coming out of the Wildcat Chris Harris. You can feel it. You can see he's wearing that America's Most Wanted shirt. Look at this. Instead of you wanting to rip it apart, I'll rip it apart. And you know what? That's what he's got to do. He's got to cut it loose because AMW is done. And now it's about getting that revenge. And he got the eyesight back. I don't know how good it is, but you can tell it's good enough for Chris Harrison. This is one of those wars, Mike, like you said. It's not about the pin. You got to have that, but it's about beating your opponent up so badly that they can't answer a 10 count.
So symbolic, seeing the Wildcat Chris Harris rip that AMW shirt in half, and Storm meets him on the ramp, and the Wildcat Chris Harris, what is that, a chain?
It looks like the handcuffs.
That's the cuffs.
He had the handcuffs. He just wrapped it around his neck. And, oh, you're going to see a viciousness, I think, with these two. I mean, think about how incredible they were as a team. The most decorated tag team in TNA history. There's no doubt about that. And it's come to this, and man, it's now a war. Falls count anywhere, and that's what you've got to do. You've just got to go for it, and you've got to get out there, I think, in the concrete, too, to inflict as much damage as you can.
Wow, clotheslined him right over the guardrail, and here in the crowd at Sacrifice, you see him swinging those big, wild left hands connecting to the back of James Storm. Tennessee Cowboy goes up.
Oh, look at
pretty interesting strategy.
Look at that.
He runs up 4 or 5 steps, Don, so that he has a different level, and he can fight from on top and rein in those rights.
You got to have the high ground, and you're exactly right. James Storm went for it. But now he's finding himself on the other side, and the Wildcat's going to have it. And, oh man, just slamming his face. And again, you could just see that determination. You could hear the scream, the primeval scream that Wildcat Chris Harris is giving. And, man, he's thought about this every day, laying in bed with a patch over his eye, wondering if he'd ever see it. Wait a minute. He's going to take him all the way out of the impact zone.
And Storm fighting for his life up at the top row, the last row of the impact zone, as the Wildcat Chris Harris wanted to toss him over the top. And look at the crowd just move out of the way as these two big warriors are battling here in this Texas death match.
Oh man, and that's exactly what Wildcat Chris Harris wants to do. He wants to beat Storm amongst the people. He wants to exact all the revenge that he can to humiliate him. And you can see the crowd loving it. He is just relentless as Chris Harris has total control right now. Oh man, here he goes again as James Storm falls down the steps, trying to catch his balance on the rail. And the Wildcat just measuring it up, one shot after another. And again, you can see James Storm trying to get to his feet, trying to get out of the way, trying to crawl down there as fast as he can, Mike, but you can see Wildcat just stalking him. Oh, man, that'll stop in a hurry.
Tossed a drink right in his face. Surprised the Wildcat Chris Harris with that move, and then reels off those right hands. You know, we're not certain about the vision of the Wildcat Chris Harris as he quickly reverses and tosses Storm right into the wall.
Wow, an innocent bystander barely got out of the way. And then you don't know if Wildcat can really see out of that one eye still. He's probably faking the whole thing just to get out there in the ring to beat up on Storm.
That's exactly what I was getting to. What did he do? Did he just pick up the beer bottle? Did Wildcat Chris Harris? I think he picked up the beer bottle from around ringside here that the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm brought to the ring.
Well, there's nothing he'd like better than to take that beer bottle and slam it right into the eyes of James Storm. And man, he's like drinking that beer right there just to kind of like fuel the fire.
You and I had a chance to talk to the Wildcat Chris Harris about the eye patch. He was feeling, Don, as if the eye patch hindered him more than it helped protect his vision. Look out!
All the way over the rail! Oh, man! I mean, you hear this crowd going bananas. I mean, I don't know what on earth he was thinking, but look at this
Gotta
again.
take another look at this.
Come on.
You talk about high risk.
I mean, he didn't hesitate.
Here he goes.
All the way over the guardrail, right on top of Storm.
You're right. He cleared the steel with the cross body block. Hell, he takes out Storm. He takes out security as well. Here's the pin. 3 count. That's step 1.
Now
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcat Chris Harris has won the fall. He has 10 seconds. James Storm has 10 seconds to answer the pinfall. Starting now.
Here's the count. Well, it's perfect. You hear the crowd counting along with him, and look at Storm as he's fighting to his feet, but man, that body slam as he just pressed him right over the rail onto the concrete.
He's at 8, and at 8, he's back up to his feet, but barely. Security's still down.
Well, Rudy Charles right there on top of things. I'll tell you what, earlier, when Wildcat threw Storm into that wall, an innocent bystander almost got creamed. It's dangerous. You got to be careful out there.
You can sense here that the Wildcat feels the level of confidence. He had it up to 8 on that count to 10 to win this Texas death match, but he's totally in control, and he's going to go high risk again, up on top, and Storm just flings the steel chair right in his face, and look at the way Harris lands.
Oh, he did. He got himself caught up there, and what a perfect shot by Storm. And now look at this. I mean, Wildcat Chris Harris is just...
Oh,
there's no where he can go. Oh, and he just shot him right in the face. Oh, and you can hear it vibrate off the steel ring post as well. Oh, and in fact, I think it even hurt James Storm in the process, but what a smash on the face.
Who cares about it? It hurt James Storm. He hit him right in the face
he
with the
busted him.
steel chair. My God!
Look at the blood pouring down. Oh, he busted him wide open. Oh, man, and now it's all Storm just planting those fists right into the face.
You're right. The series of right-hand shots by the Tennessee Cowboy right into the opened-up wound of the Wildcat Chris Harris, and now Storm going underneath the ring. It's no disqualification, so while we're PO'd at Storm, it wasn't illegal.
Oh, man, you can see he just doesn't even know where he is right now. He's trying to get his grips around him, and Storm knows it. I mean, look at him. Look at his eyes. He's dazed. I mean, if I'm Storm right now, I do a quick pin, and just there's no way he's answering a 10 count, but I think Storm just wants to inflict as much damage as he can.
Yeah, I think that's really the key here. It started with the steel chair shot, unprotected to the face of the Wildcat Chris Harris, and now the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm is going to position the table in the middle of the ring.
Oh, he's setting it up, and man, I mean, it's all Wildcat Chris Harris can do to get to his feet. And now Storm just comes right over with vicious shots to the back of the head. He knows he's got Chris Harris right where he wants him. What a shot right there to the chin.
A wild swing, but that time it connected right to the jaw with the right hand. Storm now going to try and follow up the advantage. Obviously, he's got that table put in position.
Oh, he was trying to like
from the top. What's he? I don't know. Is he going to go?
Oh, but no, he holds on. That's a great move right there. He's held on with everything that he had, holding on to the top of those ropes. And Chris Harris survives it. And you can still see it's hard for him to get to his feet.
That wasn't smart on the part of James Storm. I thought he was going to try and overpower him with a superplex. Instead, tried to Hurricane Rana. Harris wouldn't allow it. And Sunset flip now. Roll through. Back up to his feet is the Wildcat. Going to go sharpshooter here, but look at Storm fight it off.
Oh, he is. He's just flailing madly. Anything he can do to somehow get some kind of leverage, as you can see. Oh! Harris couldn't get it, but that'll get you some. Just stomp the old foot right there where it hurts the worst.
Now, he's got him. Oh, man! The catapult by Chris Harris as we see James Storm head and face go right into the table, and now Storm has got the blood flowing from his head as well.
Oh, he caught the end of the metal when he got catapulted on the bottom of the table. I don't know if you can see that. He caught the metal, and it just sliced him wide open, and he's bleeding like a stuck pig. Oh, my gosh, he caught him perfectly. Look at the blood pouring down Storm's face.
Both Harris and Storm with blood flowing down their face in this Texas death match. No disqualification, and now, well, Harris used the table once as a weapon. Let's see what he's got in mind now.
You know, when you first saw it, you thought almost like the table shielded it, but you look at those steel edges around the bottom, and that's exactly just caught Storm, and I mean, he is leaking blood profusely, and what a shot by Harris.
This is where it impairs your vision, and isn't that ironic that the flow of blood in the face of James Storm is impairing his vision, much like Chris Harris had for 5 months.
Oh, he just didn't have the strength to suplex him over, and then you could see where Storm plants that kick right there. It's just a self-defense mechanism, but it works.
Storm trying to clear that sight, trying to get the hair out of his eyes, trying to get the blood from flowing into his eyes.
Now he knows what it's like not to be able to see clearly, but keep in mind that Chris Harris is bleeding in the same spot.
Storm with the boot, gonna try take him up. There it is.
The Eye of the Storm right here, and he's gonna bring him right on the table, and he does. Oh, and he's caught there where you can see oh, man, he just kind of convulsed. Just kind of convulsed right there. I think here's a pin. 1, 2, 3.
That's step 1.
I don't think he can answer
Storm
the
gets
10
the
count.
pinfall. Wildcat Chris Harris has 10 seconds to get to his feet, starting now.
Just lost so much blood earlier, and then when you take a wicked shot like that, he just took it from up in the air as he just spun him around in the Eye of the Storm and hit it right perfectly.
5 for referee Rudy Charles. 6 is the count.
He's trying to get to his feet.
7 is the count. You got to get up, Chris.
He just doesn't have enough in him. Wait a minute. No, he's got up.
Barely.
He barely got up just in time, and he's He's using the ropes to stay on his feet. Wow.
Oh, and just as he gets back up to his feet, just as he balances himself, Storm cuts him off and drops him again.
Now, what is Storm doing now at the table? As you can hear the crowd showing their appreciation for these warriors. And, oh, man, it was all that Wildcat could do. And now he's back down off of his feet. But that determination, Mike, was something else.
One table was already used by the Tennessee Cowboy, and now James Storm goes underneath the ring.
Look at the blood just
I see it. Just pouring out of his head, flowing down onto the table.
I mean, James, oh, he just doesn't have anything left.
That you can see as he dropped down, Don, right in front of us here. The loss of blood as it just continues to flow like a faucet from his head. Pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore trying to scream at him and try and cheer him on. But he's doing everything he can just to get back up to his feet and just to get that table in place.
Well, he knows he's got a quick opportunity now. He's got to take it. He knows that Wildcat Chris Harris is out on his feet. And if he's got anything left in him, he's got to beat Chris Harris now. But when you look at that loss of blood that Storm is suffering, and it is just gross to see it, you got to wonder if he has anything. If there's anything in those punches.
Yeah, but is there any opportunity here for Harris to take advantage of this opening? Because Storm's still in control.
Oh, he is, and now he's got the blood flowing down. Oh, no, he's going to try to take him over those ropes. Looked like he was going to try to eye the Storm him, and oh, man, but oh, Wildcat holds on for dear life.
And then answers from the apron. Big swing, big connect first with the left, and then he stuck his head between the ropes, and Storm caught him with the boot, and then drops him face first with the DDT.
Man, you got to wonder where Storm's getting it from. Look at that, the blood just pouring out of his head. You wonder how on earth he's able to keep it going, but he is so close. And there's no way, if you can hit someone hard enough for the pin, there's no way they're getting up with this loss of blood. Oh no, what's he doing now?
Trash can gonna come into play in this no disqualification Texas death match.
Oh, he's trying to send the death shot right here. There's no doubt about it. One shot with that garbage can, and that's it.
Tosses two lids in. And you can see he's got to reset himself here just to get the strength to toss the trash can in.
Oh, man, and you wonder how on earth he's doing it. That is just pure instinct, pure hatred right now.
Snap, what's this?
Oh, he's got a kendo stick, it looks like, in his hands.
Well, he's got the weapons in position. He's got his opponent, Harris down, and then out of nowhere with a spear.
Speared him right into the table. He waited for it to be right in front of it. He just set him up, and then he speared him right through it. Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
I think Harris was playing possum. We caught that one look in his eye, and he saw the explosive move. We gotta look at this again. Check this out. Watch the explosion here.
It's cat-like. I mean, he goes right through the ropes. He pounced right on him, and what a shot.
Oh my God. The blood continues to flow as the Pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore, gets right in here and just knocked Harris right off a pin attempt.
Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable. As the blood flowing from Storm's face, Wildcat's got to find a way. Got to find a way to get a pin as Jackie Moore stops it.
I'm not sure that Storm is going to be able to continue much longer here.
No.
Harris has got a chair.
They're going to have to do something. They've got to stop this. As you can see, Wildcat Chris Harris has got the chair, and this is going to end it. He wants to do a death blow. All the frustration, all the things that he's done, this is his chance.
He's waiting for him to get to his feet, and he barely does. He swings, he misses.
Oh, what a super kick!
How did he do it?
Unreal! What a super kick, too! Oh, he got his shoulder up! You gotta be kidding me! How was he able to get his shoulder up? That's willpower.
How the hell did Storm get the strength to super kick him like this?
And hit it perfectly. Hit it perfectly. Unreal. Talk about the match. I mean, a Texas death match. Only thing that's keeping this. Oh, and he just smashed him with the garbage can lid.
The wild shot with the lid, but boy, it connects to the top of the head of Harrison Waite. The second he gets up, he drills him again in the top of the head and drops him.
Oh, man, I mean, you just look at that crimson mask. Oh, what a shot! What a shot by Harris as he was able to counter. Another one to the head.
I know, Don, you said they may need to stop this, but think of the 5 months that
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to see the catatonic. He's got him up. Right onto the garbage can. He's going to beat him there with the catatonic.
He's got to cover him and get the 3. Here it
goes. 1, 2, what?
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is pride. This is guts. Because neither Storm nor Harris will allow their opponent to beat them with the signature move. He kicked out from the super kick. He kicked out from the catatonic. This is unreal.
I mean, this is unbelievable, but you're right. There was no way Storm was going to let him beat him with the catatonic. There was no way Wildcat was going to get beat. Oh, Jackie Moore, somebody put a stop to her, but there's no DQ.
Oh, come on. Putting the boots.
Ah, here comes Gail Kim.
Thank God for Gail Kim.
Oh, man, and she put the knee right into the gut.
Cuff her, cuff her to the post.
Got her right here. That's how you stop it.
That's one way to do it. And put the cuffs around her and drag her ass out of here.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at the bottle. He's got the bottle in his hand as he's trying to get to his feet. Wait a minute. Looks like Wildcat's got what it is.
Harris has got a bottle. Storm has got a bottle.
They're both trying to get up to their feet. Oh, Storm gets creamed by Harris as he hits him on the head with the bottle. He's got to go. Oh, man, he just busted the bottle. What? You talk about sweet revenge. 1, 2, 3.
Now we got to count 10.
Wildcat Chris Harris gets a pinfall. Cowboy James Storm has 10 seconds to answer the bell, starting now.
Here we go.
1, 2. Oh, there's no way.
3.
Wildcat. 4. I think he wants to get to his feet, too.
6. Count, Rudy.
7. 9. Can he get to his feet? No, he can't.
Ring the bell, damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Texas Deathmatch, Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh my God, but look at him. He feels the joy, the exhilaration of revenge.
You talked about the difference between revenge and payback. We just saw the payback. To the back, JB. Wait a minute, something's going on. Last week on Impact, the War Machine Rhino went absolutely ballistic. The Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, lit the fire that caused Rhino to destroy our broadcast table and completely trash the Impact Zone. He'll need that focus. He'll need that intensity tonight. The instant classic Christian Cage can talk all he wants about how he has dominated the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and he will. But to be honest, the numbers don't lie, and they actually reinforce his claims. In the past 16 calendar months, Christian has held the gold for 9 of those months in his 2 reigns as champion. You can question his morals, you can question his methods, but it's tough to question how effective and how impactful Christian Cage has been since arriving here in TNA back at Genesis in 2005.
Mike, I have that visual at Slammiversary. It was the King of the Mountain match. Christian Cage so close to hanging that belt on the ladder. And then, out of nowhere, it was the spear from Chris Harris. Almost directed directly at Christian Cage. And what it did was it took him out of winning that title for the 3rd time. Well, tonight, he has a chance to win that championship again and join Samoa Joe against the tag team champions at Victory Road.
The announcement of his signing with TNA at No Surrender in September of last year, Kurt Angle made it his priority to become World Heavyweight Champion. We thought that Angle had accomplished that goal and sacrifice in the 3-way match with Sting and Christian, but the controversial nature of the finish caused the title to be held up. But at Slammiversary earlier this month, Kurt Angle finally did it.
the satisfaction that Kurt Angle had to feel standing on that ladder, holding that TNA World Championship belt, has got to be indescribable. But he doesn't have a chance to let it breathe, Mike. He's going to defend it right here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA Senior Official, Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the participants. First of all, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 260 pounds. From the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan, this is the War Machine, Rhino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing competitor number 2. Originally from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, now making his home out of Tampa, Florida. He weighed in this morning at 232 pounds. He is the instant classic, Christian Cage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, weighing in at 232 pounds, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist and the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World. This is Kurt Angle. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before the matchup, please allow me to introduce the first man to qualify for the Match of Champions, July 15th at the Victory Road pay-per-view. He is the X Division Champion of the World, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
Last week on Impact, Samoa Joe won a three-way match over Chris Sabin and Black Machismo Jay Lethal to become X Division champ. Bad luck for Lethal, good fortune for Samoa Joe, who not only became X Division champ for the third time, but also qualified for the Match of Champions July 15 at Victory Road. Samoa Joe to join us tonight at the broadcast position to offer insight into this world's title match, and we have so many questions about how Samoa Joe might be able to coexist with his 3 potential tag team partners.
Here we see the Samoan Submission Machine showing the respect to Rhino before this matchup. Somebody that he would be able to work with very well, I believe, at Victory Road. There you see Christian Cage, Mike, walking out of the ring, not even going to acknowledge Joe. And then here's where the tension always seems to lie. Samoa Joe face first with Kurt Angle.
Samoa Joe trying to get on the same page with all 3 individuals in anticipation that he's going to have to coexist with one of these 3 at Victory Road. Did you see that slap?
I mean, he just set him up there. He had it out calmly. Kurt Angle, I think, just concentrating on this match at hand, and he fell for it. And look at the Samoan Submission Machine, making sure that Kurt Angle not going to be 100% for this match, that's for sure.
I mean, the opening bell hasn't even sounded for this no disqualification, must be a winner, World's Heavyweight Championship match. And check out that headbutt from Samoa Joe here in the crowd at the Impact Zone. And there goes Angle right into the wall.
I mean, just look how brutal Samoa Joe's being. You can see it in his face. One shot in the wall now, going through the crowd, inflicting damage. And now look at this. Oh, right there against the wall again.
Oh yeah, he cleared the path. He drove Angle right directly into the wood. Now he's got Angle by the head, taking him to the back of the Impact Zone.
Oh man, Samoa Joe on a mission. Oh,
Yeah.
One shot after another, head first into that wall. And right now, Christian Cage, Rhino, gotta be wondering what's going on as they watch Joe just pummel, as you see people from the back coming out to stop Samoa Joe.
Right, wrestlers from the locker room to try and separate these 2. And there's TNA Management's Jim Cornette, and he's sending Samoa Joe out of the building. We're going to try and restore order when we return to Impact, the world's title match. And welcome back, everyone, to Impact, the TNA World's Heavyweight Championship is on the line. The new champion, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle against the War Machine Rhino versus Christian Cage, a three-way match, no disqualification, there must be a winner.
Mike, the first question that comes to mind is the condition of Kurt Angle. Samoa Joe did exactly what he intended. You know he doesn't want Kurt Angle to be his partner in Victory Road. Either that or it's just payback for Slammiversary.
Maybe a combination of both. Check out this offensive burst in the opening minute from the War Machine Rhino. But from behind, Angle clocks him, and then the European uppercut rocks him.
One shot after another as you see both of them going after Rhino. I really like what Jim Cornette did with the War Machine. He saw that passion last week. And you mentioned about there being no glass ceiling. And he is a former world champion. And we saw something come out of the War Machine last week. I think that we haven't seen in a long time, that fire.
And I think if he can channel that intensity, if he can focus that fire, he has an opportunity, Don, to leave the Impact Zone tonight with the world's heavyweight title. Did you notice the communication there between Christian Cage and Angle?
Well, somebody's going to have to work together, I believe, especially when you've got a three-way like this early on. It's going to all break down every man for himself, but that's the experience of Angle and Christian, I think, knowing that the War Machine is fired up, he's got nothing to lose, that's why they're attacking him first.
Angle hits the suplex on Rhino, and you know this relationship between Christian Cage and Kurt Angle, I mean, it just has to be momentary. They're on the same page right now, but Don, long term, I can't see it because there's only one man that's leaving Impact tonight with that World's Heavyweight Championship belt.
But it is true, they are pacing themselves, and you know what? It's not a bad idea because of the emotion that is in that ring right now. They're letting each other kind of go after Rhino, and think about it, Rhino's got to deal with both these guys at the same time. That's going to wear him out, and Kurt Angle, especially after the way this thing started with Joe, needs to get his breath every chance he gets. But look at Rhino showing that fire.
Another one of those offensive bursts out of the corner, but then the numbers game catch up to the War Machine here, and Angle and Christian continue the beatdown.
It's amazing how dangerous these guys are taking Rhino. They know what this guy can do, and I mentioned it earlier. He's got nothing to lose. This is like all of a sudden giving a gift, a chance at being the world champion tonight and being in the match of champions at Victory Road.
Double team, Angle and Christian shoot Rhino off into the turnbuckles, swing and a miss with the clothesline, and then Rhino connects. Clotheslines for both Christian and the Olympic gold medalist. Here goes Christian for the ride, fired off into the ropes and high back body drop.
Boy, that'll get the momentum turned around in a hurry. He just uses that strength, and he really is. He's such a force. We saw that last week when he tore up our announce table. It was child's play. He really has a strength, I think, that people don't realize. They see him in action, and look at it right now. I mean, helpless is Christian Cage as he puts the full force of the weight on him.
Running power slam leads to a near fall before Angle wisely comes in and breaks it up before three, and then he gets decked for his troubles by Rhino. Here comes belly to belly by Rhino on Christian.
Boy, just one right after another, but they keep coming. But you mentioned how they broke up the pin and how it was wise of Kurt Angle to do that. You've got to be aware of everything right now. You can't be caught on the outside looking in while somebody gets a quick roll-up. You've got to be aware at all times what's going on in that ring.
Backbreaker across the knee, follow cover, barely a one count that time by Angle on Rhino. Want to remind you next week right here on Impact, the third and final qualifying match, Team 3D to defend their tag team titles, Jim Cornette to leave this decision entirely up to the fans. The polls have been up all week at TNAWrestling.com. This is your last chance to vote. Text now which former tag team champs should get the shot next week. A, LAX, B, AJ Styles or Christopher Daniels, or C, the Naturals. Text A, B, or C right now to 76,000. Let your vote be heard. The top two teams will get the shot right here next week on Impact. We'll have the results later in this broadcast.
You saw Kurt Angle right there trying to wear down the War Machine. Everything he could, but look at that strength, that adrenaline as Rhino gets to his feet. And there was Kurt Angle helpless on the shoulders of Rhino, and he just sends him back right on his back.
Smart strategy here by Christian Cage. You'll notice that he spent the past couple of minutes outside the six-sided ring. He's getting his strength, he's getting his power back, and at the same time, he's watching as Angle and Rhino beat the hell out of each other.
Every chance you get, try to catch an extra breath. Oh, raking of the eyes right there by Kurt Angle, and hey, it's no disqualification. Sometimes you gotta take a shortcut, Mike, and in a situation with everything on the line, I mean, you may never get another shot at it again after tonight.
The defending TNA World's Heavyweight Champion tried to suplex Rhino, but just like we showed you in the tail of the tape, there's that size advantage. There's the weight and power that's on Rhino's side as he quickly reverses and takes Angle overhead.
Watch Christian Cage, though. He's gone from one side of the ring to the other, and there it is. He grabs Rhino, then pulls him into the ring post. Now sliding back into the ring, and there goes, oh! And he just let Kurt Angle's momentum take him into the ring post. Christian Cage played it perfectly, and here he goes for the pin.
Reverse DDT leads to a near fall, a 2 count on Angle. As we anticipated, that relationship between Christian Cage and Kurt Angle was fleeting. They would use it to their own advantage, but when Christian saw the opening, you know he's gonna take advantage of this. Neck break, pin, here's 1, here's 2, shoulder up by Angle.
Christian trying to steal one right there, but you were so right. You have to use a partner sometimes if it's appropriate, but when you have a chance to make the go, you have no friends in that ring.
Yet to come here tonight on Impact, Eric Young in action, plus an X Division showcase match.
Mike, though, before we can get to any of that, there must be a winner tonight in this no disqualification World Championship match. And wow, Rhino just crumpled right there. I wonder if he's got an injury, if something happened. Christian Cage used his momentum forward, and you can see Rhino, looks like the legs just crumpled underneath him, and Christian Cage can smell it.
Off the inverted atomic drop. Christian with a drop kick right into the chest of Rhino. He goes for the pin and another 2 count.
Pure adrenaline right there on behalf of the War Machine as he got the shoulder up. I'm going to keep an eye again to see if there's some kind of an injury, but now you can see he's trying to get to his feet, and Christian Cage can sense it. Look at him right here, pulling back on that arm, wrenching that back.
Abdominal stretch applied in mid-ring by Christian Cage, and Don, think of the long-term history between these two. It goes back over a decade.
Oh, it does, and I'll never forget Bound for Glory last year, and you think about the condition that Christian Cage left Rhino in. But, oh, Christian Cage seems to just have Rhino's number. But, oh, that's where the force comes. But look, he lands on his feet.
Rhino tried to toss him out to the arena floor. Christian landed on the apron, and he's going to go up top. That's no man's land. Not the usual place that we see Christian Cage, and it looks like there's not going to be much of a payoff. Rhino's ready for him, going to try and superplex him back, and here comes Angle.
Kurt Angle just waited and waited. We watched him outside the ring, and there he is, but he comes in, and he gets a shot in the face by Christian Cage. Oh, look at this as Rhino puts it straight on it. Could this be? Frog splash right before the 3 count.
Christian on Angle, 2. No, Angle powers out.
Unbelievable, but how smart was that of Christian Cage? He had the high road, Mike, and he watched that whole thing take place.
Commercial break upcoming when we return to Impact. More of Rhino, Christian Cage, and Kurt Angle for the world's title. And we're back on Impact. Continuation of the TNA World's Heavyweight Championship matchup. The new title holder, Kurt Angle, the 2 challengers, the War Machine, Rhino, and Christian Cage. Plus, the winner will go on to Victory Road July the 15th to team with Samoa Joe in the match of champions against whoever the TNA World Tag Team Champions are at that time.
And this will all be decided next week. Remember, TNA Mobile right now. Text A, B, or C to 76,000. A being LAX, B being Styles and Daniels, C being the Naturals. You decide who faces Team 3D to get in to Victory Road.
And we will have the results of that poll later in tonight's Impact broadcast. 1 German suplex plus another now at 2. And you'll notice that Kurt Angle maintains his grip. He's got those fingers locked. Gonna go for a 3rd German, and he connects against Christian.
Oh, you could just see Christian Cage's eyes rolling in the back of his head as Kurt Angle hit him with that 3rd German suplex. I'll tell you something though, Mike, it's amazing what we've seen transform. Oh, a 4th one! It just had a sickening thud. But what we've seen transgress during the Impact Zone, there is no doubt this crowd is 100% behind the War Machine Rhino.
Oh, and those repeated shots with the suplexes. How about a 5th? And you're right, a sickening thud each time. Angle connects with that German suplex, and the back of Christian Cage's head makes contact with the canvas.
I don't know if people realize how much that takes out of even Kurt Angle, because you've got to lift him up and pull him back, but it's like it's just firing him up right now, and he goes right for the ankle.
Ankle lock applied, his patented submission move. Oh, and you can just see that Christian Cage is fighting through the pain, gonna try and reach out and make contact with that bottom strand of ropes to get the break.
Well, you better make sure you know where Rhino is at all times. And right now, Kurt Angle's not looking behind him, as Rhino is right there, and he rolls him up. 1, 2, oh, you almost had a pin.
I mean, this is always the situation when you have these three-way matches. We talk about needing eyes in the back of your head. Never truer than in this world's title match. And all of a sudden, Rhino's back in the running.
Have you noticed, Mike, that every wrestler's had their chance to kind of catch their breath either in the corner or outside the ring, and it's always worked to their advantage. Oh, he's got him in the ankle lock again, and now Rhino just went too far, and now he's in it.
First he had the ankle lock on Christian Cage. Now he applies it to the War Machine, Rhino. Here comes Christian, and now two for the price of one.
He's got them both. He's got them both right here. Now it's going to be up to Christian Cage and Rhino. They're looking at each other, both of them, thinking about tapping. Who taps first? He's got it locked in.
And that's the way that you reverse that double ankle lock, as Christian and Rhino work in concert. Oh, and then both connect with the clothesline, and down goes Angle.
Oh, they had to work together right there. Oh, mid-ring collision. Double clothesline at the same time, takes them both out. All three of them right now wiped out in the middle of the ring as the crowd chants their appreciation.
Oh, you saw how long Christian Cage and the War Machine Rhino were able to coexist, were able to work together. What was it, about 2 seconds before they both tried to stab each other in the back with that clothesline?
Well, if they'd have waited another couple seconds, one of them would have tapped out. It was just a matter of being the eye contact, I think, and the professionalism, knowing it's now or never.
Senior official Rudy Charles puts in the count. Looks like outside Christian Cage is going to be the first up to his feet. Now Rhino, the second, Angle's up as well. Here comes Christian from the top, and the War Machine is ready for him.
Rhino looked a little wobbly right there, but now he seems to have caught his balances. He's got Christian Cage up top where he wants. Christian trying to fight him off, and again, here comes Angle, and he hits him with a German suplex.
Angle there to take advantage of that situation. You're right, German suplex for Rhino. Charges up and takes Christian from the top down to the canvas.
That's a champion for you. I don't know how he had the speed. 1, 2, he's got it now. Christian Cage able to get the shoulder up just in time, but how about that speed of Angle climbing those ropes and sending Christian to the middle of the ring?
That burst, that rush of adrenaline by the Olympic gold medalist and the reigning world's heavyweight champion almost enabled him to win this three-way match and advance as, yes, believe it or not, he would have been Samoa Joe's partner at Victory Road. Now, Angle takes Christian, quick reversal. Oh, man, Christian just flung Angle. The two heads collided, Angle and Rhino, and there it is. He just caught him unprettier.
1, 2, oh, man, somehow, and you can see Christian Cage can't believe it. It was so close, he hit the unprettier perfectly, but Kurt Angle able to sense in the last second where referee Rudy Charles' count was, and he just got the shoulder up.
Wow, how many matches through the years has Christian Cage won after hitting that unprettier, but amazingly, you're right, Don, Kurt Angle able to power out, and now Christian Cage with the open hand slaps to the face of Angle. That's just going to wake him up. Here's Rhino up on top.
Oh, man, the War Machine! Flying clothesline as the cat is looking.
Clever.
1, 2, Rhino! Oh, he didn't get it. The crowd sensed it. You saw Angle bow up, and it looked like Rhino had it won. And again, Kurt Angle at the last second gets the shoulder up.
Just as Rudy Charles motioned to Christian Cage moments earlier, Rhino, you were just this close to becoming TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, look at this. Rhino turns him around. Now he's sitting on his back, pulling back. Will Kurt Angle submit?
Perfect ring positioning, dead center, middle of the ring with the Boston Crab, and is Angle gonna tap? Oh, he's so close.
Oh, you saw Christian coming up on the ring apron, and that's why Rhino let him go. I don't think Rhino realized how close Angle was to tapping. Oh, what a knee.
Yeah, just as Rhino was gonna hit the gore, Angle caught him and then connects with the Olympic Slam.
Can he retain? 1, 2, oh, the War Machine. Everybody just sensing the last exact moment as you see Christian Cage pulling a table. It's no disqualification. And here he is, and he's got both these guys down in the ring, Mike.
And Don, think of what we've seen. We've seen the unprettier, we've seen the gore, we've seen the Olympic slam, and there still isn't a winner. No disqualification. Yes, there must be a winner in this world's title match.
That just shows you how important the World Championship is. It makes you able to do things. It gives you that extra adrenaline that you don't have in everyday life. It's just so important as the crowd cheering on the table that Christian Cage brings in, and he just slams the face of Kurt Angle right on top and then tosses him aside.
Now, attention turned to the War Machine, Rhino. Rhino tries to fight back, connects with a right, and there goes Christian face first into the table.
He went to the well one time too often, and now Rhino setting that table up in the corner. We know how he likes to set someone up and hit him with that gore, but if he takes too long with these guys in the ring, it's going to backfire on him.
You're right, because this enables Christian Cage and Kurt Angle to both get their breath, and as Christian gets to his feet, Rhino comes in, and Christian takes the shortcut, raked his eyes, and then drives him right back down to the mat, using the hair. Now, look at him put the boots to Angle, and putting that one boot right across the windpipe, right across the throat of the world's champ.
I mean, you got to admire his timing. Wait a minute, here comes the Monster Abyss, walking right down the ramp, and you can see Christian Cage sees him coming, and he's backing up, and he's trying to get out of the ring.
I mean, since his return to TNA, Abyss has been totally focused on gaining revenge for that brutal beating at the hands of Christian Cage. The Monster Abyss, he's in pursuit of Christian Cage. Let's keep the camera on these two as they fight outside the impact zone.
We gotta have a winner in this world title match.
We're back on Impact, and while the fight continues outside the impact zone between the Monster Abyss and Christian Cage, Rhino and Kurt Angle, they're still battling in the ring. There's no disqualification. TNA World's Heavyweight Championship match continues, and remember, there must be a winner.
You can just feel the intensity of Abyss as he just slams Christian Cage right into the cooler as in the ring. You see the War Machine, one shot after another, and it looks like he's got Kurt Angle reeling.
Quick reversal. Angle shoots Rhino off, and look at that! Belly to belly. He took the War Machine overhead. Pin two.
Oh, so close, but Rhino gets the shoulder up. As again, we're back outside with Abyss, who's in total control of Christian Cage. It's like one gets momentum, then the other turns it around. And right now you gotta wonder if Christian Cage is gonna make it back in because Abyss is doing whatever he wants.
He just took Christian Cage, threw him shoulder first, right into that steel trash dumpster. Big shots outside the impact zone. Meanwhile, in the ring, Kurt Angle neutralizing the War Machine Rhino.
I mean, it looked like it was all Rhino, and you can see now Kurt Angle wearing him down as Abyss just uses one thing. What's he gonna do here? Oh no! He's got him trapped. Oh, he just gets out of the way in time.
You're right, Christian just avoiding that oncoming trash can. Monster Abyss has got him throttled. Gonna try and choke slam Christian Cage.
And there they are! AJ Styles and Tomko just in time for Christian Cage. As you can see, though, Abyss just fights them both off. But will the numbers game be too much for Abyss?
You're right, AJ Styles, Tomko. This is part of Christian Cage's backup plan, obviously. And now they continue this assault. Oh, man, he's using that guardrail on Abyss.
Anything that's not nailed down is back in the ring. Rhino gets to his feet. A solid right, but you can just see how wobbly these guys are. Think about how long they've been in that ring in this title matchup.
Yeah, the 25-minute mark. Uncharted waters here in TNA. Longest impact match ever. Suplex, pin, Angle, 2 count only on Rhino.
Just able to get the shoulder up in time as you see Tomko raining blows. And Abyss, wait a minute. You just heard Christian Cage tell him as he kicks him in the head. Then he tried to cause Potato Shot. Christian Cage making his way back to the impact zone. Remember, there will be a winner tonight.
And welcome back, everyone, to an incredible TNA World's Heavyweight Championship match as the defending champ, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, continues his beatdown on the War Machine Rhino.
Well, it would behoove Christian Cage to get back into this ring fairly quickly, because if there's a pin or a submission, this match will be over, and you can tell that Kurt Angle is just getting stronger and stronger, Mike, as this goes. I mean, think of the beatdown earlier with Samoa Joe. The longer this has went, it's gone to Kurt Angle's advantage.
And Don, as we near the 30-minute mark of this world's title match, there's the belly-to-belly by the War Machine Rhino on Kurt Angle. Gonna measure him now, gonna set up in the corner. Could this be the gore through the table?
Just when you think somebody's got it, what? Here it goes! Gore! Gore! Gore right through the table!
He stacked him up right through the wood. We've got to take another look at this.
Oh, he hits it straight on. Angle looks up, and it's too late because Rhino meets him right into the table. And look at Angle. Look at Angle. It's almost like he's out. Referee Rudy Charles going to look at him. And again, Christian Cage needs to get to that ring.
And did you notice at the point of contact, Rhino, he went head first right into the table just when he connected with the gore. And here comes Christian Cage back into this three-way match for the world's heavyweight title. Great timing on the part of the Instant Classic. Cover.
1, 2, done.
What happened?
Chris Harris out of nowhere pulls him out of the ring.
The Wildcat Chris Harris, the man who Christian Cage feels cost him the world's title match at Slammiversary in the King of the Mountain match, wasn't gonna let this match end like that with Christian Cage picking the bones of Kurt Angle after that Rhino gore.
Well, you heard Christian Cage last week. He said he was gonna make a star out of Chris Harris if he wanted to face him. Well, Chris Harris is taking the fight right to Christian Cage, and it was just academic. So close. The timing of Chris Harris, unreal, as again, he cost Christian Cage the championship.
But keep in mind, no disqualification in this three-way match. Must be a winner. Here comes Tomko. Here comes AJ Styles. And they, 2-on-1 beatdown now on Wildcat Chris Harris.
What Christian's coalition might be the MVP.
Rhino.
Here we go.
Arm
Dude's
draped.
got it. What? Where did he find that? Where did he come up with that intestinal fortitude?
Meanwhile, it's still Tomko and Styles with the 2-on-1 on the Wildcat. Rhino was just this close. He draped the arm across Angle, but no, just the 2 count. And look at AJ laying those rights.
I still don't know where Kurt Angle found that. He was absolutely knocked out cold from that gore. It's just all the distractions that came in gave him just enough time. And look at them both in the ring. They're both still out as you see Christian's coalition just beating up on the Wildcat. And here comes the monster back in.
You're right, the Monster Abyss back inside the impact zone. And he goes right to AJ Styles. Big clubbing blow to the back of AJ. And there goes AJ into the guardrail. Now the Monster Abyss and Tomko battle.
All hell's broken loose here in the impact zone.
Yeah, and here comes Christian Cage back into the battle. We've just received word that due to the length of this match, they've canceled the Eric Young bout, and also due to the importance of this world's title match. And look at Christian Cage. Big shots right after right to the head of the Wildcat.
Oh my
Chris
God!
Harris.
Here comes Sting! What on earth is he doing here? This has just gotten even crazier. Why, Mike? Why is Sting getting involved?
I mean, we never expected this, but it's pretty obvious. Sting is here to help the Monster Abyss. I mean, think of it, Don. After months of the battles, after months of the bloodshed between these two, Abyss has finally earned the respect of Sting.
It's out of control. Everything's just broken down. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we will have a world champion when this night's over.
And we're back on Impact as we pass the 40-minute mark of this unforgettable three-way world's title match. TNA management's Jim Cornette, he must be pulling his hair out because this three-way match has turned into an all-out brawl. But remember, only Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, and Rhino can walk away with the world's heavyweight title.
Jim Cornette knew what he was doing when he made this no disqualification. As you can see, Abyss and Tomko now. This battle is just taking a mind of its own. He's moving everybody out of the way. Oh, right there where the timekeeper is. And look at the blood on the side of Tomko's face.
A bloody Tomko goes face first right into the timekeeper's. Oh, man, what a shot to the back. Steel chair shot by Abyss on Tomko. And Sting using the baseball bat on AJ Styles up the ramp.
You can see Sting taking AJ down the tunnel. Oh, Tomko able to reverse it. A couple chair shots. I mean, he just creeps Abyss. And look at this. They're fighting up into the crowd.
Tomko and Abyss up in the stands here at the Impact Zone, battling by the broadcast table with, what was that, a cable they had wrapped around his neck?
They're grabbing anything they can get a hold of to use as a weapon. Everybody, you got to get out of the way. And there you see Kurt Angle now. Rhino, the only two in the ring. As you see the elbow shot by Tomko.
Cameras focus on Abyss and Tomko behind the broadcast table. We'll keep our eye on the action in the ring as Angle has the sleeper on the War Machine. Rhino, look at these big overhand rights by Abyss.
Oh, you could just see the blood pouring from Tomko's head as those shots. Just unbelievable, powerful shots by the monster Abyss. And you see him now pushing him down the stairs as Tomko trying to get his bearings and look at Abyss. He just grabs him and takes him right on out.
Abyss continues the beating on Tomko as we now return to the action in the ring in this World's Heavyweight title match. And Angle has Rhino just where he wants him. He's got him worn down, Don. He's neutralizing him.
I mean, you can see into the eyes of the War Machine how tired he is. I mean, his arm just lifeless as he's trying to shock himself back, but again, the arm just falls limp to the mat.
And think of this, the Wildcat Chris Harris has done it again. He's taken Christian Cage completely out of this world's title match.
It's down to these two, Kurt Angle or the War Machine. Who will be the TNA World Champion and who gets to partner with Samoa Joe at Victory Road?
Rhino does not allow the arm to drop. Gonna try and mount a comeback. Incredible crowd here at the Impact Zone. Standing room only, everybody on their feet, and here comes Rhino with those right hands.
Oh, War Machine able to get to his feet, and look at this! He's got Angle on his shoulders, and he breaks it right down on his head.
TKO out of the fireman's carry. Both men down. Angle laid out. The War Machine, Rhino, if he can just drape his arm across the prone body of Angle.
What a matchup! What a title match! As you can see, Rhino, he's still feeling the effects of the sleeper hold.
Here's the cover.
One, two. We have him. No, we don't.
Oh, how close can you come?
Oh, I thought we had a new world champion, Mike. It was that close, and you can see the frustration on Rhino's face.
So evident as Rhino pounds the mat, frustrated, feeling that he had the 3 count, but Angle miraculously kicked out at 2 9/10.
Angle able to get to his feet in the corner and using that kick. But look at Rhino, he turns it around, but nice elbow. Nice counter by Kurt Angle.
Rhino charges in, Angle catches him with the back elbow, and then unleashes a big right hand to the side of the head. And another one that rocks Rhino in the corner.
Oh, the crowd knows they've seen something special tonight. They've seen something tonight on Impact they've never seen before. Look at the joy in their faces as they know one of these two is going to Victory Road as the world champion.
And one of these two will join Samoa Joe as his tag team partner, belly to belly, overhead release suplex.
1, 2, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. The War Machine kicked out of that. Unbelievable.
We thought it was a miracle when Angle did it to Rhino, but now the War Machine, he digs down deep. He will not allow himself to be beat.
I mean, it's just got to be wearing on you mentally as you see Angle motioning him up, and look at this, spine buster. He creeps him, and look at his back just pull up. Look at that. Here's his chance, Mike.
Angle in trouble. Rhino all his weight.
2, yes.
No, just 2 again.
Oh, Rhino, what has he got to do? He creamed him with that spine buster, but somehow Kurt Angle on instinct only got that shoulder up in time.
Rhino has to erase that from his mind. He's got to focus on the task at hand, but there it is. Angle connects with that ankle lock.
Oh, this is it. He's got him right in the middle of the ring. You can see the pain on Rhino's face. He's got to try to keep from tapping out, and look at the hand. He's so close. How much more can a man give?
I mean, Don, think of what both of these incredible warriors have been through. Well past the 40-minute mark of this world's title match, and there's the ankle lock by Angle.
Kurt Angle's got it cinched in, and look at this. He turns over on his back and uses his feet to kick out. And Kurt Angle's so tired, he couldn't hold on.
There he goes. Tossed by Rhino, powered right down to the mat. Belly to belly by the War Machine on Angle. Is he gonna go for the gore?
He's setting up. And wait a minute. Cowboy James Storm pouring the beer. Pouring the beer on. Oh, and he spit it in his face. Oh my God.
Angle's gonna take him out. Olympic slam. Here's the cover.
No, no.
3 count. Angle has won it. Angle keeps the title.
I can't believe that the Cowboy James Storm would come in here and ruin a match that 2 Titans were giving it their all, and he just cost Rhino the championship.
So many issues, so many questions evolved from this incredible
once-in-a-lifetime three-way world's title match. But Don, one thing we know for certain, Kurt Angle, the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion, will be the tag team partner of Samoa Joe, the X Division Champion, to face the TNA World Tag Team Champions at Victory Road. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go off the air tonight, we'll have an announcement of the two teams that will face Team 3D next week, right here on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the TNA X Division Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is the defending TNA X Division Champion. He is
Well, you see the Olympic gold medalist coming down the ramp as he's going to defend the second of his world championships. Now, this one to me is interesting as you saw Kevin Nash tell Jay Lethal to take a dive, but I don't believe Jay Lethal would do that for a minute. But one thing you've got to ask yourself in this, is Kurt Angle going to be looking too far ahead? He better not with the youth of Jay Lethal.
And the challengers from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal.
He's been there before. Black Machismo Jay Lethal has been X Division champion. But Don, he's never had to face anyone of the quality of the athlete of the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And with Kurt Angle already having one loss tonight and no surrender, then realizing that, yes, the X Division Championship is on the line here, not exactly sure that I'd like to be in the boots of Black Machismo.
Well, you talk about the consummate underdog. I mean, let's face it, you throw in the experience, you throw in just the quality of the talent that Kurt Angle has. You look at Jay Lethal as, does he even have a chance? But one thing about Jay Lethal, he's just almost crazy enough, he's just almost kooky enough to where he's not intimidated mentally because you don't sense it. A lot of times you can see it in somebody's body language on whether or not they're intimidated. You can see it in their body language. But with Jay Lethal, you don't see fear. You just see a young kid having fun. And, you know, you mentioned that he was X Division champion once. Well, let's face it, he held that title for about 4 days. He wants to get that back and experience what it really is to be the X Division champion.
He wants to prove that it wasn't a fluke, but at the same time, remember that he lost that X Division championship belt without being pinned and without submitting.
Good point. I mean, he really hasn't been beaten as X Division champion one-on-one. But you got to look at what Kurt Angle's got to do right here. First off, he doesn't have the distractions of Sting and Karen Angle. They've been sent out of the building. What Kurt Angle needs to do to be as ready as he can be for the Monster Abyss is he needs to dispose of Jay Lethal quickly. He needs to pin Black Machismo right off the bat, not let this thing draw out, because let's face it, even if he beats him, if this thing draws out, all it's going to do is tire him out for later on tonight when he has to face Abyss.
Nice shoulder block that time by Machismo. Takes Angle down, but wow. Did you see that?
Man, that was scary how easy that looked.
Up in the lights with that high Beal-like hip toss takeover that time by Kurt Angle. And
welcome to the big leagues, Jay.
Did you see the close-up look when we focused that camera in on Angle's face? It was almost as if that level of confidence just rose with that one move.
Well, he needs to take out the frustrations that he had earlier, that when Karen got him so pissed off and he went after Sting, and he needs to take him out on Jay Lethal. But you can just see that confidence. And I think when you saw Jay Lethal hit the mat like he did, for the first time, I think I saw a hint of fear in his face.
This is what we would expect from Kurt Angle against Jay Lethal. Angle trying to out-wrestle it. Side headlock, grabs it, and just takes Lethal down and shows him who's the boss.
Well, if it comes down to mat wrestling, Kurt Angle's going to destroy Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal, what he's got to do, you asked how he can win this matchup, he's got to use that speed.
Like that.
That's absolutely right. He's got to, zig when Kurt thinks he's zagging. He's got to be where Kurt's not looking for him. He's just got to be relentless and use that speed.
He's got to stay one step ahead of him, as we're seeing here. First, it was the cartwheel into the dropkick. Then off the top, double sledge, pin, nope.
But you could just see a little bit in Kurt Angle's face. It's kind of like he realizes that, you know what, Black Machismo, he's feels like he can win this thing. He's taking it serious. And Kurt Angle better himself.
The reversal. Lethal shot off into the corner. Machismo gets the boot up as Angle charges in, but then Angle doubles him over with a boot of his own. Up. Look out! Oh, man.
Just manhandles him right there. Just manhandles him. How quick was that kick to the gut? Just that quick.
Rapid fire.
Rapid.
And then instead of power bombing him down to the canvas, he takes him and overpowers him by driving him back and head first into the corner turnbuckles.
Well, that also gives Black Machismo a realization of just how strong the Olympic gold medalist is. What a backbreaker. And then he just tried to get a quick pin. Jay Lethal gets his shoulder up now, but you wonder the longer this goes, Jay Lethal will be able to get that shoulder up the next time.
Lethal to his feet. That may not be a good move either. That European uppercut, that shot that's so deadly, followed by the well-placed boot, the kick to the back, and then the spot to the chest.
I mean, Jay Lethal's so easy to root for. I mean, you love the Black Machismo. You realize here's a guy who's having fun at work. Here's a guy who loves what he does, and it's so easy to get behind him. But when you see the two of them in the ring, you just realize that, let's face it, one's miles ahead right now.
Off the suplex, another Angle cover, and you saw that he got the 2 count, and then immediately went right back to the pin. That's showing the experience, that's showing the true veteran that Kurt Angle is. It's like when we broke it down for you in the X Factor. What we expected. Angle's experience or Lethal's X Division high-risk tactics. That's what he's going to have to rely on. Check out this body scissors from Angle.
Well, you got to like what Kurt Angle's doing. I mean, he's wearing Jay Lethal out.
Yep.
He knows he's got to do that. He doesn't want to be chasing him all over the ring because all that's going to do is tire him out. He's going to just wrestle him Olympic style, Mike, and just do whatever he can to just frustrate Jay Lethal.
Textbook offense by Angle. You know, we talked about this earlier, Don, and I think we should mention it again. I think Angle, probably in his mind, realizes that he needs to finish off Lethal as quickly as he can in anticipation of match number 3. The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and 2 count again.
Another beautiful backbreaker right there, but you're right. I mean, there's no advantage for this match going long. There's no advantage for Kurt Angle at all. I mean, the longer it goes, the more frustrated he's going to get. And then when it comes time to take on Abyss later on in the night, he's going to be wore out.
Man, big mid-ring slam. Angle just winds him up and powers him down. And you know, just watching Angle in this match, I don't sense in the least that he's looking past Jay Lethal here in anticipation of the World's Heavyweight Championship match with Abyss yet to come tonight at No Surrender. I don't sense that.
No, he can't. I mean,
look at him.
No,
look at
he's
his
taking
eyes.
it serious.
Look at how intent he is.
I believe he came into this match thinking it was going to be quick and fast and easy, but there's no way he's looking back. I mean, like I said, he's looking at the whole big picture. It's not just a matter of beating Jay Lethal, it's a matter of how long it's going to take him to beat Jay Lethal.
Another one of those European uppercuts followed by a backdrop slam right in the back of his neck and head, and again a 2 count, and now we're starting to see that frustration set in here as it's almost as if Angle can't believe it. What else do I have to do?
Look at him pull back on the neck, though, of Jay Lethal on that chin, just grinding it back, and you can hear Jay Lethal screaming in pain. As you got to admit, Kurt Angle's putting on a clinic, but you got to give this kid credit. He's just got so much resiliency.
We are live at No Surrender in Orlando, Florida. X Division Championship on the line. Black Machismo Jay Lethal challenging Kurt Angle in his 2nd title match of 3 tonight. Lethal, explosive off the ropes. But as he made contact with Angle, Angle did as well with Lethal, and both champion and challenger are down.
Well, you can just see, though, Kurt Angle realizes he's on his back. He's looking up. No matter how bad it hurt Black Machismo, he was able to inflict the pain on Kurt Angle. And let's face it, if this kid's going to have a shot to win, he's got to do more of that. He's got to keep Kurt Angle off balance.
With moves like that, avoid the contact of the clothesline. Come right back. Answer with 2 clotheslines of your own. But Angle shoots him off again.
Quickness.
Quickness stays ahead of him.
Wow!
And then snaps off the head scissors.
I mean, he just went right into it. He was looking for the moment. And now what a great kick to the back of the head. Oh, my God.
That one rocked him.
No way.
Count.
1,
2.
2. Whoa. Man, that was split second. I couldn't believe what I was seeing right here.
How about that weary, glazed-eyed look on the face of the champ, X Division title holder Kurt Angle, after Black Machismo unleashed that boot.
Well, you can't take anything for granted, and that's the message that's being sent here. I mean, you can't look past Jay Lethal if you're Kurt Angle. Here's a kid who wants to be... Oh, look at the strength.
Just tossed him away. The release suplex. Here's two. No! You see that look? That's the look where Angle says, what else do I have to do to this guy to beat him, to put him away, and then worry about my World's Heavyweight Championship match with Abyss later tonight?
I know it's impossible to do. I know it is, but he's just got to take each match individually. He's just got to take it one-on-one and handle his business. And you can see that strength as he slams him down, but look at the back of his head got hit, and Jay Lethal goes for it. Oh, man! Touched twice, and he barely got the shoulder up in time.
That was almost the knockout blow right there, as you see how slow Angle was able to react right there, as referee Thomas came just this close to tolling 3.
Well, you know what else this shows is how much was taken out of him already in that first match. How much that having to deal with Sting in that situation, and then Sting coming in and choking him in the locker room. Oh, look how quick he is still. Wow.
See, that's where the experience pays off. Here's Angle, here's 1, here's 2, no! Again a 2 count.
Okay, now we're looking at a situation where the longer this goes, you got to give a little confidence boost to Black Machismo, because he realizes he's going toe-to-toe with the Olympic gold medalist. And you know what? He's got that ankle lock in.
Yeah, but look how quickly Black Machismo rolls through.
He's got
Small
one,
package, 2.
Oh, man. Oh,
wow.
Man.
Clothesline swing and a miss. Look at that German.
He put a little extra oomph in it too, didn't he?
Watch him maintain the contact. He's got that grip right around the waist of Lethal. Watch Lethal, the back of his head, make contact with the canvas. Suplex number 2, and Angle still got him in control.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to just try to hit him with German suplex after German suplex and just finish him off. He realizes that this kid can't take it.
He's done.
That's it. That's it. Oh, my God, Jay Lethal! That's just pure instinct. There is no way that kid got the shoulder up after that. Look at Kurt Angle now. Come on, now he's mad. Now he's mad.
Those 3 suplexes that rock Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, enables Angle to go for the Olympic Slam. Here it goes.
Oh, look at this. What a counter by Black Machismo.
Arm drag blocked it. Countered. There it is.
Lethal combination. Unreal.
Roll him over.
It's it. You gotta be kidding. Go. He should have went for the pin right there.
That's the second time, Don, we had to point out the inexperience of this young kid who's 22 years of age. Off the top, there's that elbow perfectly planted. Here's 1. Here's 2.
We got no, we don't. No, we don't. I thought we had a new champion. And now you can see the look of disbelief on the face of Black Machismo.
Turnabout, fair play. Saw it earlier from Angle, and now we see that same look from Jay Lethal. X Division Championship is on the line. The second of the 2 title defenses for Kurt Angle. And again, we've got to point this out. With every minute that passes, it's got to be advantage Abyss. Look at the quickness of the boot, just like earlier, and then immediately follows up with that elbow drill to the back of the head.
Oh, the monster Abyss has to be drooling. He has to be just savoring what's coming up. And now you can see Kurt Angle, he had it, almost lost it. But look at this. Oh, wait a minute. The kid just has no quit in him.
2 count. No, again. Oh, man.
I mean, what has he got to do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's another one. This time released. And again, the German suplex takes Lethal, takes Black Machismo high into the air, and then the impact of that move as he comes crashing down across his head and across his neck.
I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Kurt Angle having a trouble getting to his feet now. Now he reaches in.
Straps down, and as soon as Black Machismo gets up, you know that Angle is going to unleash that fierce offense again.
Oh, he's going for it. He goes up. Oh, but look at this.
Olympic slam. Roll through. Here comes the ankle lock. Here it comes. Lethal going to take. No, roll through.
2. What? 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 What?
Be freaking kidding me!
No freaking way! Jay Lethal did it! Mike, I gotta be honest. I know I was sitting here telling you every way that Jay Lethal could beat him, but I never once in my mind believed that he could beat Kurt Angle. I gotta be serious.
Oh my God!
That's the biggest upset in TNA history.
That's what we've all just witnessed tonight at No Surrender. The 5+ year history of TNA sees the biggest upset ever. Black Machismo Jay Lethal has defeated Kurt Angle to become X Division champ, as we see X Division stars Sanjay Dutt, Petey Williams, and Shark Boy out for the celebration. Guys, anyway, we can take a look at the highlights of this one.
Kurt Angle has a chance of losing everything, and it looked like he had it. And you could see Jay Lethal, but then he's got the ankle lock in, and I thought it was over, Mike. And look at this counter.
Out of nowhere, the roll through. Look at how he had Angle's legs hooked. My God, Black Machismo Jay Lethal has done it. Jay Lethal is X Division champ. Kurt Angle has lost his second title in 2 matches. My God. To the back,
Unreal.
JB.
The Chief Executive Offender of Robert Roode Incorporated, Ms. Brooks.
You talk about being put in a pressure-packed situation. That's the case here for Ms. Brooks at Bound for Glory. Her man, Robert Roode of Roode Incorporated, will accept nothing but perfection. He wants Ms. Brooks to win on this TNA Knockout Championship more than anything. You know that.
Well, he told her, you better win. You better not embarrass me. To him, it's all about him. Whatever she does reflects on him.
And the second participant is the Pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore.
Usually accompanied by the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm. That's not the case tonight here at Bound for Glory. Flying solo on her own, Miss Jackie Moore. Look at the draw situation here, Don. We start off with these 2 competitors, Ms. Brooks and, yes, the Pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore. Every 60 seconds, and you will see the countdown clock on your screen. Looks like the Pride of Tennessee is really feeling it tonight. We will have another competitor come from the back. The only thing we know at this point is that the Voodoo Queen, Roxy Laveau, usually associated with BKM, she's going to be in the number 10 slot, and that's a great place to be.
Mike, and there's no pun intended here, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. We're talking about the amazing core. We're talking about somebody that was so dominant. Talking about somebody that absolutely crushed Gail, Cam, and you saw the fear in the girls' faces. You saw them climbing out of the room. You saw the fear in JB. And I mean it. If you're in the back of your mind, is there anybody that can stand up to Awesome Kong?
You know, for weeks, in anticipation of this TNA Knockouts Gauntlet, we talked about who we thought were the favorites in the match. And oftentimes we centered on the knockouts that we were familiar with. Somebody like Ms. Brooks, who just caught Jackie Moore with that big boot. Someone like a Gail Kim. But then we saw Awesome Kong on Impact this week, and I think a lot of people changed their mind when it came to picking a winner in this match.
Well, she was just so impressive and just so incredible how agile she was and all the different things she could do, and it's just something that you can't help but think about. But I look at Jackie Moore and I think of her experience and how tough she is and how she's not afraid of anybody. Whoa, what a German suplex that was right there on Miss Brooks.
Crowd here at Bound for Glory in Atlanta counts down as you see the clock is well timed for another
The next
competitor.
participant from California, Shelly Martinez.
I know you had a chance to talk to Shelly Martinez prior to this knockout gauntlet, and she told you keep an eye on her Lucha Libre moves, didn't she?
Well, yeah, she did so much work in Mexico, and so she considers herself Lucha Libre with that background she's got. From California, and you can see how she's coming in, just throwing the elbows, but Miss Brooks able to catch her, but didn't miss.
Martinez and Ms. Brooks, and Ms. Brooks just got dropped that time. Martinez off the ropes, flying forearm shot.
Well, she's got attitude. Just recently, she was in the next Elvira contest. The reality show was just on TV, and when she was finally eliminated, she literally looked at Elvira and told her to go to hell. She'd see her in hell. That's the attitude she's got.
I can imagine. Perfect for this TNA Knockout Gauntlet. Countdown clock continues. We'll find out who the 4th competitor to enter will be.
From Tokyo, Japan, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing 272 and 3/8 pounds, Awesome Kong!
Well, you heard the announcement. 6'1", 272 and 3/8 pounds. That gives her, in my mind, a minimum, Don, of 150-pound weight advantage over all the other competitors tonight in an opportunity to win the TNA Knockout Championship. Look at her stride to the ring, and look at around ringside. Even SoCal Val just ran and is hiding behind the broadcast table, and not sure I can blame her.
It's unbelievable. You can see Jackie Moore, though, not afraid, saying, come on in. And if you're going to be a TNA champion, you can't be afraid. But you got to wonder in their minds at what Awesome Kong can do. And all three of them attack her at once.
Probably a good move, but look at this. She just sheds all three. Takes Shelly Martinez.
The next participant from Minneapolis, Minnesota,
Who's going to be next? ODB is next. Here comes
look at
ODB.
the strength that you can see.
That's an
Miss Brooks
elimination.
is eliminated.
Just the strength of
Shelly
Kong.
Martinez is eliminated.
She just sent Shelly Martinez out that quick, and look at Jackie Moore. Goes right at her. Jumps on the back as ODB being introduced, not ready to get quite ready in the ring.
ODB's got quite an attitude as well, as we saw. Look at this double under. Look at this.
What on earth?
Good Lord.
Just the strength of Awesome Kong, and look at the look in her face. I mean, she's impressive.
And Miss Jackie.
Oh, look at that.
Miss
Just
Jackie
sits-
Moore is eliminated.
Just like that, she just eliminated three competitors, Don. She eliminated Shelly Martinez, Ms. Brooks, and the pride of Tennessee, Jackie
9.
Moore. Steer off here, face down with ODB. And big Awesome Kong.
Look at ODB trying to show she's not intimidated, sending rights, but Awesome Kong doesn't even
From
mind.
Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Angel Williams.
Angel Williams heading down towards the ring. Meanwhile, the action in the six sides has been all Awesome Kong. The three quick eliminations, and here comes Angel Williams, and all I can say is good luck, Angel.
Well, you got to admire her spirit, too. Just like Miss Jackie Moore and ODB and all of them, they're going right after her. I mean, they know it's intimidating, but you've got to figure out a way to beat her. You can't fight her one-on-one. You just can't do it. Oh, my God! I mean, she snaps it off as good as anybody you've seen.
She is nothing like we have ever seen, Don, in women's wrestling here in the United States. Look at the enziguri try by Angel.
Nice kick.
Nice kick, but look at the impact, not much.
Well, you just got to keep going at her and do like you're doing there with the double team. They're going to have to work together. That's just all there is to it. If she gets down to one-on-one, it's going to be hard for her to get beat.
Double team suplex
Look at
attack
Next
is quickly
participant from
reversed.
Los Angeles, California, Christy Hemme.
And here comes Christy Heavy to the ring. We usually see her with Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave. Christy sprinting to the six sides, but when you get there, Christy, as we see, she puts on the brakes. The second she makes eye contact with Awesome Kong, who grabs her by the long red locks.
Oh, man, it's one of those things to be prepared, but when you come face to face and you realize that you've got to deal with Awesome Kong, then that was what happened to Christy Hemme right there. And she just got mentally beaten. And look at what Awesome Kong has done, holding her up high, and oh no. Oh no.
We saw that adrenaline rush from Christy Hemme. She put on the brakes when she got in. She's being racked.
Look at this.
She's using her body and using it like a pretzel, just twisting it, contorting it. You can hear Christy Hemme screaming.
Oh, the pain has got to be unreal. She's just twisting her around, doing anything she wants.
Powerbomb coming.
Oh, my God.
Florida, Gail Kim.
Well, here's the crowd favorite, Gail Kim, but if there's anybody that knows the power of Awesome Kong, it's Gail Kim, and she comes right after with a drop kick.
I like this. Take the fight right to her. Catches her with that top rope missile drop kick. Follows up with a series of moves, but then Kong just tossed her away.
Oh, but look at this as they go after her. You see Angel Williams and you see ODB going right. Wait a minute. Christy Hemme is hurt really bad. I don't know if we can get a camera there to see.
We've got some medics have come out here, Don, to attend to check on Christy Hemme, and it's a serious situation when you've got someone 272 and 3/8 pounds.
She broke her back. Let's face it. She absolutely twisted her in two, and Gail Kim trying to go for a Hurricane Rana. I just don't think she's got the power. Oh man, and now look at this. This is going to be it. You can see Gail calling for help. Gail's holding on, and here's ODB, and there's Angel Williams. And can you believe it? Awesome Kong has been eliminated.
That's amazing. And it took 3 not to eliminate her, but they did it. They have taken Awesome Kong out of the match.
Somehow Gail Kim able to stay alive, but Awesome Kong is gone.
They're carting Christy Hemme to the back.
Oh, she is so hurt. I mean, what Awesome Kong did to her just defied logic.
I think we're more shocked, though, Don, to see Awesome Kong eliminated in this match, but it took 3 individuals to do it. It took Gail Kim, it took Angel Williams, and ODB.
Oh, nice move by Angel Williams as she just snapped her neck on the top rope as Talia Madison just faced the brunt of that. And look at this. ODB and Gail Kim with a double team.
Angel Williams
and
is
send
eliminated.
Angel Williams out.
Now we see, Talia Madison's in there. ODB, Gail Kim as well. We know who the 10th competitor is going to be at this point because of Roxy Laveau earning that spot.
ODB is just a wild woman. I mean, you know, she got that moniker,
The
ODB.
final competitor from
I'll tell you
Congo
what it stands for in just a
Roxy Laveau.
Remember our situation here with the Gauntlet, the rules earlier. It's a pinfall or submission match. At the point that we get down to the final 2, we've got 3 in the ring, and here comes Roxy Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, out to make it number 4.
Well, she's got such an advantage as she's the last one, and everybody else has had to deal with Awesome Kong and everything else. But ODB right now, very aggressive. She's just wild. She's a party animal. You want to know what it stands for? Well, I'll tell you. It stands for One Dirty Bitch. That's what it stands for.
Oh, thank goodness we're on pay-per-view.
That's the only reason I'd say it, because that's you heard it, and there it is.
Well, you said earlier the edge, the advantage that goes with being that number 10 participant that the Voodoo Queen Roxy Laveau has. But then you added that we factor in what we just witnessed, the elimination of Awesome Kong, and to me, I think Roxy Laveau immediately becomes the favorite here.
Well, she has to be, as everybody else has had to face so much, and Roxy Laveau, by winning that earlier, able to get the coveted 10th spot, and look at her take control, Mike.
There goes ODB directly into the turnbuckles. This is Talia Madison and Gail Kim, and Gail just overpowers her.
Oh, look at the elbow shots by Gail Kim. Just such force as she goes right after Talia Madison. Very athletic, wrestled all over the world, but right now you got Gail Kim who just eliminates her. Just twisting her around and send her out.
She's out. We're down to the final 3, and now we're down to the final 2 as ODB crashes down. Now, ring the bell because it's time for a match. Pinner submission to decide it. Who's going to lead Bound for Glory as the first TNA knockout champ?
Look at the elbow shots, though. They're not holding back for 1 minute. They're trying to beat each other up. It's not about finesse at this point. It's just about, look at this, and wow. Great move by Roxy Laveau. She just let the momentum of Gail Kim carry her to the pin.
It was so fluid that time.
It was.
Shot her off into the ropes and then the fall-away slam just like that, but Gail Kim powers out at 2. Back first into the turnbuckle. Voodoo Queen charges in. Gail Kim gets the knees up and
look at her spinning.
Octopus submission.
Oh, she's got a hold of her. She's got the legs cinched in. She's pulling back on the arm. You can see it. Look at how Roxy Laveau goes to her knees. But look at Roxy Laveau. Stands, but she can't as Gail Kim brings her back down.
She's going to get to the ropes, and yes, she gets to the safety of the rope break. Great move there by Gail Kim with that octopus, seizing the arms as well as the head. Gail going to go high risk for us here. Here she goes, headed out to the top.
Oh, she went for that double drop kick, and she just couldn't quite hit it. Oh, maybe we'll get the showed up just in time. She landed hard, though.
Voodoo Queen just on the verge of victory. Pinner submission to decide it. Who makes history tonight at Bound for Glory? The Voodoo Queen or Gail Kim?
Oh, Roxy Laveau now in control and showing her power and her strength. As that move she loves to just spin that around and face plant it. Gail Kim roll up. 2, no. So close for Gail Kim. Both these, how important is it? How special is it to be, wait a minute, bridge? Oh.
Went for the power bomb, then floated over with that bridge and almost had the shoulders of Gail down. Now we've seen near falls here. 2 of them for the Voodoo Queen on Gail and 1 for Gail Kim. Gail's down, Roxy LeBeau measuring, and I think here comes one of those voodoo spells.
Oh, just trying to get into the mind of Gail Kim, whatever she can do. But, I mean, think about it for both of these, how important it is to become the very first ever TNA Women's Champion. And look at Gail Kim showing her strength at all. She sends her back down. 2, 3, got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the first ever TNA Knockout Champion, Gail Kim!
History made in Atlanta at Bound for Glory as Gail Kim becomes the first TNA Knockout Champion.
I mean, think about this moment. She's talked about this from the day she came to TNA. When will there be a women's division? And it was something she was just waiting for it and waiting for it. And a 2-year dream realized, Mike. Gail Kim will always be the first ever women's TNA champion.
TNA did it right. They waited until the moment was right, and we have crowned our first knockout champ, and it's an awfully proud Gail Kim who accepts the plaudits from the crowd here in the ATL. Don West cheers along at ringside, as I'm sure many of you do at home. To the back, our broadcast buddy, JB. You know, sometimes it's better to just lay out and soak in the atmosphere here in Atlanta, Georgia, as Sting makes a return to what he called his old stomping grounds. Tonight at Bound for Glory, Sting in the role of the challenger. In addition to that championship, Don, you know that he is fueled by one thing, the revenge that he wants to get for the abuse that his son Garrett had to suffer in Southern California. Sting was in Florida. He had to watch it. He had to feel so helpless. Right now, Sting can get his revenge.
So many people have questioned the motives of the Olympic gold medalist. Why wake up a sleeping giant? Why make it that personal? You know, we found out that the whole Karen Angle slap situation was a conceived plan between the Angles.
Total BS.
And then he goes to the other extreme and stalks Sting's son at a football game and then laid his hands on him. And you think, why would you do that? Obviously, Kurt Angle has a plan. Obviously, he's trying to get into the mind. But you wonder if he went too far.
Remember what Angle said. He said, when I beat Sting at Bound for Glory, I want to beat him at his best. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to send it to the ring. We're going to shoot it to JB, Jeremy Borash, where he will introduce the competitors for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA Senior Official, Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for your Bound for Glory main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 245 pounds. Tonight, he returns to the very city where he spent over a decade of his professional wrestling career. Now residing in Venice Beach, California, this is the challenger, the icon, Sting! And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 235 pounds. Tonight, he returns to the very city where in 1996, he became an Olympic gold medalist. He is the current reigning and defending TNA heavyweight champion of the world, Kurt Angle.
Referee Rudy Charles holds the gold high in the air. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship, it's on the line, it's at stake. This is what we've been waiting for. This is our Bound for Glory main event. This is Kurt Angle and Sting. And Don, you just have to know that in Sting's mind, he had to do everything within his power to hold back during those in-ring introductions by JB in anticipating that revenge that he looks to gain here against Kurt Angle.
Mike, I've got goosebumps. I mean, it's just unbelievable witnessing these two guys with it all on the line. And yeah, you said it, but what better revenge, Mike, than to get it in the ring? To beat Kurt Angle at what Kurt Angle feels he does better than anybody in the world. And that's wrestle, and Sting wants to embarrass him right out here and show him that he went too far.
You can almost tell by the body language of the champion, by the look on the face of Kurt Angle right there, as he heard the reaction from the crowd here in Atlanta. He realizes that it's a great atmosphere here at Bound for Glory. And I think when Angle received that kind of a response from this crowd, maybe he was a little taken aback, a little surprised that in the town where he won the Olympic gold medal, here in Atlanta, Georgia, that he received that kind of response as Angle works on the arm and wrist of the challenger Sting.
Well, you know, and that was 11 years ago, and right now I think these people just remember the last few weeks. And that's what he did to Sting, what he did to Sting's family. And when you cross the line that far, it's hard to forgive. It's hard to, cheer somebody for what they did in the past when you realize that he put his hand on Sting's son.
Sting working on the arm, and you can see the effect that it has there. Angle trying to wring out the pain, maybe get a little life back into the wrist, into the arm, and into the elbow as well, as Sting applies pressure here in the opening minute.
Kurt Angle's going to try to make this a complete ground game, something that he does so well, something that he did so well here. And this, oh, look at Sting, though, turn it around. He doesn't quite have the shoulder down to the mat, but I'll tell you what, that caught Angle by surprise.
Might be the same game plan for Sting, quickly stuffed off into the side head scissors by Angle. Sting breaks it, stands at attention, and both men make the eye contact. And I hate to say that there's mutual respect between the two in terms of personalities, but you know there has to be mutual respect when it comes to in-ring abilities.
Well, neither one of them is going to take the other one for granted, that's for sure. I mean, they've been in this ring too long. They've got too much experience. They can't let it become too emotional.
Whoa.
And I think that's what Kurt Angle was trying to do, was trying to make it emotional for Sting. A nice hip toss. Wow.
The shoulder block by Angle, countered perfectly by Sting with that high hip toss. And you saw the look on Angle's face when he rolled right out here, Don, just a couple of feet away from us. And there you see the close-up look right there. Angle caught off guard by that quick counter by Sting.
Sometimes it's just the little things, too. I think he hit his back in a strange way on that hip toss, and you can see Kurt Angle he's kind of checking himself. He's holding the right hip where he kind of landed right there. And,
That's exactly the case.
And you can see in his eyes, I think he's a little surprised at how methodical and how well thought out Sting's game plan is. I think he thought Sting was going to come at him in a flurry, and he didn't.
That was what I anticipated, but the more I watch this match unfold, the more I think that Sting probably has the proper strategy, probably has the proper game plan. go at it at your own pace, as we're seeing now, and now Sting unloads, turns Angle around in the corner. Corner mount. Listen to him rain in those rights as the crowd counts along.
I mean, look at this, just one shot after another. And one thing I've noticed with Sting, he's not afraid to take a little to give a little. He'll let Kurt Angle build his confidence, and then as soon as the window opens, he just goes right through it, and that's what he's done. And Kurt Angle right now has just got himself into a buzzsaw.
Oh, attempted the reversal by Angle. Sting puts on the brakes, and you can see how Angle was surprised right there. Angle catches him off guard with a kick, and then a European uppercut rocks him. The reversal now, shooting Angle off. Sting goes for the drop kick. Angle one step ahead. He hooked that top rope, but Sting uses his leg strength to kick him off.
Well,
Clothesline missed, drop kick didn't.
Boy, that time he was able to Gable to come back and hit it. And look at him just send him over the top rope, right to the floor.
We can anticipate what both champion and challenger are building to in this title match. You know that Sting is going to use, Don, if he can, one of his Scorpion-type moves, maybe the Scorpion Death Drop, maybe the Scorpion Death Block. By the same token, I think we're well aware of Kurt Angle's game plan as Angle gets flung into the steel. Angle wants to wear you down. He wants to work on your legs. He wants to work on your knees in anticipation of one thing, that patented submission move, the ankle lock, and there goes Angle again, directly into the rail.
Well, right now, it's one of those things, I swear. I think Sting was thinking about going over the top rope and diving on Kurt Angle, but he changed his mind. And wait a minute, he's got on the table. He just slams his head right on the announce table, and Sting is just absolutely in total control. Unbelievable.
Angle's head meets the wood of the broadcast position as Sting sent him directly into it. Now, the challenger takes the champ by the head and tosses him back inside the 6 sides, and that's probably a wise move.
Sting not doing anything careless, not doing anything reckless. He's not putting himself into a position to get caught like that. He gets himself out of the way, and the shoulder goes directly into the repost by Kurt Angle.
He sidestepped the charging Angle. He was going to go for that Scorpion Death Drop, but Angle raked the eyes, and then out of nowhere, Angle catches him off guard with that suplex release.
Oh, he did. He got right in behind him, and he hit it, and that's what Kurt Angle needed. He's got to have something that he can use to get himself back up in this matchup, because Sting has been in total control. But you know one thing about Kurt Angle, you give him an inch and he'll take a mile, and he'll take control of it right from here to the finish.
Angle senses that the offensive moves have turned it in his favor. Look how quickly he goes for the pin after the slam. 2 count only, right back on it again, and again Sting rolls the shoulder.
I mean, he put Sting's knee right. He put his knee right into Sting's back and thought he had the pin set up, but Sting, of course, just pure adrenaline. But look at those uppercuts that he uses. And now the rights.
They will rock you. First it is that uppercut, snaps your head back, and then the series of right hands, and now Angle takes the boot, puts it right across the windpipe of Sting, trying to take his breath away, and then use the ropes for a little extra leverage as well.
And I think about a year ago, and what a wonderful night it was for the icon Sting. And right now, he's got himself right there in the clutch of the Kurt Angle, and another pin attempt, but he gets still right just in time.
Angle relentless in going for these pin attempts. And it's a great strategy if you think about it. Hit the suplex, go immediately for the pin, maybe you get the win, maybe you surprise everybody, and now Angle goes to the body scissors, wrapping his legs around the midsection of Sting. Rakes the eyes at the same time just to add a little extra pain and punishment.
He does. He pulls on the chin, rakes the eyes. Those are the little things that you do to get inside the head. Let the other guy know there's nothing you won't do to win this match. And sometimes it works for you, and then sometimes it just ticks the other guy off so bad it costs it. And look at Sting just grabbing that leg and really forcing it up, but Kurt Angle trying to get the leverage again.
Back up to that vertical base is Sting. Angle maintaining the grip with the side headlock. You know, it's been interesting watching the dynamics between Kevin Nash and Angle, between Karen Angle and Kurt, as Kurt unloads that time, belly to belly, release, overhead suplex. I mean, it's gotten to the point where his buddy Kevin Nash said, "You're on your own." Remember, Karen Angle has the restraining order against her as well. To me, that means, Kurt Angle, you are on your own tonight against Sting.
And right now, he's in total control, too. I mean, it's almost like that emotional bubble just burst with Sting. And he just looks a little mentally tired. And you can see that Kurt Angle's exploiting it, Mike.
It had to be a concern. Don, it was something we mentioned right off the top of the match. We were surprised that Sting really didn't go balls out in the opening minute. At that point, we realized that it was better that he held back. But now we see the complexion of this match turn totally in favor of the defending champion, and Angle is neutralizing Sting with the chin lock.
I mean, he's doing everything he wants to do right now when he wants to do it. I mean, he's got the knee placed into the back, he's pulling back on the chin, and now you can see Sting just trying to reach down and get to his feet. But he can see how, oh, wait a minute, nice elbow as he's just trying to knock the air out of Kurt Angle. 3 shots in a row and he gets loose.
Angle reverses Sting, shoots him off into the ropes, missed the clothesline, and then both men go for the clothesline. Yes, both connect, and you see the impact of that double clothesline move where both Angle and Sting, champion and challenger, go down.
Referee Rudy Charles already studying the count. And you gotta wonder, you know, this is the kind of match, Mike, it's so big and it's just so, everybody anticipates it. And you know, as being one of the people in that match, mentally, you've got to get yourself so ready for it. That there comes a point where you wonder how much further they can go. And now they both just get to their feet on pure adrenaline, and the rights are going one after another.
A weary Sting connects with the right. Now he caught him with another one. Series of shots. Rocks Angle. Angle misses. Sting connects with the boot. Then the chop, then the clothesline.
Look at Sting just fired up. One clothesline after another. Oh, nice boot right to the midsection there by Kurt Angle.
Here comes Angle off the ropes, and Sting spine busters him down.
It's 1, 2, no! The crowd all anticipating a title change, but Kurt Angle able to get that shoulder up. Now look at the pain in Kurt Angle's face.
Here it is.
There goes the Stinger Splash.
Caught him in the corner with the Stinger Splash, but Angle stays on his feet. To the well one more time. This time it's to the back of the champion.
And his chin was resting on the turnbuckle, and it put the pressure in. Oh man, he just plants his face right into the mat.
Bulldog style face plant by the challenger Sting. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt hangs in the balance. Sting is going to go high risk, and that shows you just how important this high-stakes matchup is. Angle sprints across and suplexes him down.
Unbelievable how quick
Here we
Kurt
go.
Angle. 1, 2, oh, Sting gets the shoulder up just in time. How quick was Kurt Angle right there? It's amazing. It looked like he was down and out. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Sting going up, and he got up there so fast it defied logic.
He went to take him up for the Olympic Slam. Sting rolls through. Oh, God, no, only 2.
And Sting was so close, took a wild swing.
Look at the German. And watch Angle maintain his grip, because you know that there's more suplexes on the way. Here's number 2.
Oh, he wants to hit him with as many of these as he can, just to just rock Sting's world and just get him absolutely, totally knocked out of where he wants to be. Look at that, 3 shots.
You can sense the confidence level as Angle cuts across,
2.
and no! Sting's got the shoulder up as referee Rudy Charles signifies just a 2 count.
I mean, that was so close that time, and it wasn't even a matter of having the ability to get the shoulder up. Kurt Angle had it set so well, Sting almost couldn't get the shoulder up.
Angle gonna go for the ankle lock here. Sting in a tough position as Angle applies the pressure.
Because look at Kurt Angle pulling him back farther into the ring, he knows. And look at Sting trying to twist it.
Nice rollover by Sting to take the pressure off. He's got to use his leg strength here to overpower him, and instead he rolls right across.
Look at this!
Scorpion! Scorpion! He's going to try and get him in the Scorpion. He's going to reverse the ankle lock. He's going to turn him around, and he's going to put him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh, he's got it set perfectly! Kurt Angle's going to tap, look at it! He's got it applied! He's got it applied! He's stretching it on! Oh my God, how can Kurt Angle hold on? Wait a minute!
Karen Angle! What about the restraining order? What about the restraining order that Sting has?
Come on! Kurt Angle couldn't have held out any longer. Let's get her out of here.
Oh, no, but look at what she's done. She stopped the momentum in the match. Kevin Nash
Nash has come into the ring. Look
Look at this! Kevin Nash just clothesline Sting. Well, Karen Angle ran interference.
They're obviously taking Karen to the back because of the restraining order, but it was Kevin. Damn it, they got us again. Kevin Nash, he promised that he wouldn't help Angle. Oh, God, Olympic slam.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. The referee is making sure that Karen Angle gets sent out. And look at this. Kurt Angle screaming at him.
He's calling for the referee because he's got Sting down and out. Charles in, pin, 2.
No, it took too long.
You can see, you can read Angle's lips. He said, what were you doing? I think that's Angle's fault because that was his wife that came down here to interfere. And then that Kevin Nash came out of nowhere. And look at Nash circle the ringside area.
I'm telling you, that was a situation that backfired because referee Rudy Charles went to make sure that Karen was taken out. He didn't know what Kevin Nash did. And then when Kurt Angle needed him, he wasn't there. And now Kurt Angle goes up top and Sting fights it off with everything he's got, and he just double smacks the head.
I knew we couldn't trust Karen Angle or Kevin Nash. The meal ticket's down, but the meal ticket gets both knees up as Sting comes off. Here we go.
1, 2. No, yeah, he got it up. He was able to get the shoulder off. Oh, my God, that was close.
Life left in the challenger Sting. Angle gonna go back up to his feet. Gonna pick Sting up at the head. And you know that he's gonna put an impactful move. It's a front slam.
Kevin Nash coming out. He knows that Kurt Angle was his meal ticket, and he took Sting out with that clothesline as you see him looking on. And now Kurt Angle has Sting where he wants him in the ring. And look at this, as you can see Kurt fighting it. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was unbelievable. 1, 2. Oh, you got to be kidding me! How did he get the shoulder up after that?
That's the part that's unbelievable. The fact that Sting is able to power out before the 3 count. And how about Angle from the top with the high risk? And now here's the ankle lock. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one for Sting. Check out the positioning. Sting's in trouble in the middle of the ring, and Angle's got it. Angle has got the ankle lock cinched in.
Oh, he's got it pulled tight, and you got to wonder, what does Sting have left as he spits in the face? He spits in the face, and then he sends Kurt Angle right into Nash, head on head. And now Sting struggles, and then Kurt Angle knocks the referee out. Oh, he hits the death drop.
Scorpion death drop. Nash is down. Referee's down. Angle's down. Sting calling for a rip from the back, and we got another backup referee that can come out here.
Somebody get out here. Sting's got it won. Somebody get out here.
You can hear the fans are counting in the building. Referee Andrew Thomas sprints down, slides in,
1,
counts
2.
2.
Oh no, ref.
Damn it.
Look at this, Kevin Nash, and then he cleans his clock.
Yeah, you're not gonna get involved. You're not gonna watch his back. Your meal ticket. That's exactly what he's done. He's covered his butt. Now Nash comes in right on Sting. Look at Nash. Big right head for Sting. We haven't seen him physical like this in years.
Oh, look at what Sting, this is just, the crowd just lets their disapproval. Oh, come on.
All of us, the crowd in Atlanta, the broadcasters here also showing their disapproval as Nash and Angle double team Sting into the ropes.
Somehow he's able to dunk it. Oh, he takes them both out at the same time. Wow, how resilient. He stands tall and he feeds off this crowd.
Right hand decks Nash. Now, get Angle. Oh, what a low blow by Angle. Of course, there's no referee to see that.
Every time it looks like Steve is rising from the grave. Every time they do something underhanded, it's just pissing you off.
Look out for the baseball bat.
The bat.
The signature baseball bat of Sting as Angle took the shot and Sting stops it. Sting blocks it. Sting fires back. Back to the gut. Back to the back. Back to the head.
And now Nash tries to come in. And now look at this. Sting uses the ropes. And then the bat. And Kevin Nash falls hard.
Angle. Weary. Angle barely gets up to his feet. Blood is flowing from the head of the challenger.
And the champion. Both of them are bleeding, and he hits the Scorpion Death Drop.
Rudy Charles, count 1, count 2,
They got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, is Sting!
Unbelievable! How was he able to defy the odds? Everything stacked against him, but somehow Sting reached out. He reached out places where nobody else could go, and he was able to pull out the victory.
He gets his revenge, and he wins the championship in the exact same match. What a great moment for TNA as Sting holds the championship belt high into the air, soaking in this standing ovation in Atlanta, Georgia.
Look at him holding it up. Blood pouring down his face. Everything that you could imagine was sent his way, and he overcame it all.
The gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1 from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
I know we're going to say this later as well tonight at Genesis in Kaz's match against Christian Cage, but I think we've got to bring it up again here as we see the arrival of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the kids from Detroit, from the Motor City, from Motown. I think this is the biggest challenge they've ever had because they are representing not only themselves, but everybody in the X Division.
And their opponents from New York City, Brother Ray and Brother Devon, Team 3D.
Here they come, the bullies on the TNA block. Brother Ray, Brother Devon, while the Guns are fighting for honor, while the Guns are fighting for dignity and respect, 3D just wants to exterminate the X Division, and I love this. The Guns are taking the fight to Team 3D. I didn't expect it, but I love it.
Well, the Guns kind of jumped the gun, so to speak, on Team 3D. Didn't give him a chance to set up. It's a good strategy. As you see Alex Shelley throw Brother Devon in the rail, and look at Chris Sabin showing strength of his own. And you see a beautiful right by Sabin, and wow, Shelley just flings Devon in the rail. And I'll tell you something, they're going to have to keep 3D off guard. They're going to have to use that lightning quickness that they have, that synchronicity that they have, and they cannot be cornered and let Team 3D get them anytime 2-on-1, because with their size and strength, they can level in a minute.
I thought Crystal laid it out beautifully. She talked about how the Guns are in the underdog role here tonight at Genesis. But they've got that little bit extra because they are fighting for everybody in the X Division. They certainly want to make the names for themselves here in TNA. And they take the fight to 3D, and think back, Don, on Impact recently, when the X Division in general, when the Guns in particular have had success against Team 3D, it's when they have taken it directly to the bullies. They haven't waited.
No, they haven't. They go straight at him. They show no fear. And that is so important. And look at how they're working together. Just picking their targets one after another. And I'll tell you what else I like, what they said. Yes, it's about the X Division. And look at them send Brother Ray high in the sky and on his mat. They also want to prove to the world they're one of the greatest tag teams right now in professional wrestling. And they're showing it from the start.
Sandwich kick for Brother Ray. Sabin and Shelley, one from the front, one from the back, drilling with those simultaneous kicks, and both members of Team 3D roll out to the floor for a little timeout, a little breather, an opportunity, I think, for Brother Ray and Brother Devon to regroup. They had no idea that the Guns were going to hit them with this.
I'll tell you something, though. The Guns, I think, you got to be careful letting Team 3D get out there and get their breath. They never stopped. They kept after them. I definitely think that they could outlast them. So I think they should have kept it going. But you let Brother Ray, Brother Devon get their strategy. Wait a minute. Brother Ray, Brother Devon, they're walking out of here.
Where are they going?
Oh, come on. They're frustrated, I guess. It reminds me of Duran. No Moss. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He just couldn't handle the speed of Sugar Ray. And now it's like they're trying to regroup and think about things.
And it's almost, if you look at the face of Brother Ray, It's that point where they reconsider. What would this look like?
Oh, come on!
What would this look like if we walked out? As we see, yeah, of course, Brother Ray taking a shot at me, of course. You surprised at that? I'm not.
Well, you know, he got to pick on somebody. So obviously he comes after us. You all right?
Oh, I'm great.
I'll tell you what, there's no doubt who we're rooting for from here on out, I can tell you that. You can see, though, that they're back in the ring. I think they had to use that little bit to just get the fire. Keep in mind, though, you can't underestimate them with their experience, with their resume of titles from everywhere they've been. I mean, it is Team 3D, and look at the power, and that's just, oh, but look at Saban bouncing up, just kind of making a statement.
You really make a great point. Yes, it's the adrenaline rush. It's the emotional aspect of the Motor City Machine Guns against a tag team that, quite honestly, has done it all in this profession.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, my God.
He snapped off that Hurricane Rana, sent it right into Alan Shelley, and the teamwork and the speed, unbelievable as they go for another finisher. Team 3D can't do anything. They can't figure out the guns at all.
Almost like this level of frustration has risen. I thought it was going to be Team 3D regrouping out here on the arena floor, getting their act together, bringing it back to the ring, and then beating down the guns. But then to see Saban come up with an attack like that, and again having 3D on the defensive, I'm surprised, but I'm thrilled.
How about the agility that Team 3D has shown? I mean, everything that 3D's tossed at them, they find a way to land on their feet, but now this is where you don't want to be. And somehow, Chris Saban has found himself in that back corner where the 2-on-1, the double team, and oh, he just leg drops him right on the mat.
Follow cover,
2.
and 2 count only from referee Earl Hebner.
I'll tell you, this is what they're going to do now. They're going to try to keep one of the guns isolated, keep him on their side, keep him away from the tag, and with their strength and size, they're going to wear him down.
I mean, it's the basics, but it has to be their strategy. But did you notice the quickness? It's another aspect that the guns have. Saban decided that he wasn't going to be lulled into that false sense of security. He wasn't going to allow 3D to keep him on their side of the six-sided ring. He came over, tagged into Shelley. How about Shelley hooking the leg of Brother Devon right there?
I mean, they're just confusing him. Then he gets him with a jawbreaker there and then crashes him with a kick. And look at that drop kick. I mean, they just have an answer for everything. And he just goes up and cracks Brother Ray. Nice shot.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Brother Ray falling asleep at the switch out there on the apron, and he got dropped to the floor. Here they go, a little tribute.
Oh, they're taking
to the state of Michigan, and it's cut off by Brother Ray. You're right, Saban and Shelley went to the top. You saw them point to the hand, that tribute to the state of Michigan and the Motor City. And that allows 3D to come back, and there you see the suplex by Brother Devon.
Oh, right off of the ropes, and I mean, that'll stop your momentum in a hurry. Now, I mean, you have to admit, there's no substitute for speed unless it's pure power, and that's what Team 3D just showed. And you know, another thing, they've just been going and going and going. The longer they do everything and Team 3D still stands, it's going to mentally start getting to the guns.
But I think at the same time, Don, the longer that the Motor City Machine Guns keep this match going, and at times even in their favor, and they have dominated the opening several minutes here, that has to really wear on the minds of Team 3D as well.
Good point. But right now, Alex Shelley needs to find a way to get out of the grass of Brother Devon and get a tag, because if he doesn't, they're going to make short work of him.
We saw earlier how the quickness of Saban came into play. The fact that he didn't allow Team 3D to bully him on their side of the ring and dominate. That's not the case here with Alex Shelley, who gets dropped out to the arena floor, and now, yep, Brother Ray going to follow up the advantage.
Oh no, he's got it.
Oh my.
Mike right into the steel steps. Just with a vicious shot in it. You take the legs out, that'll stop the speed in a hurry.
Couldn't agree more. Look at this. Brother Ray dealing with ringside fans here at Genesis at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. Doubly effective is that move where he takes Shelley and throws him into the steel steps for the reasons that you just mentioned. Wears him down for the moment, but at the same time, it restricts the opportunity for them to fly, and that's what the guns quite honestly do best.
I think Brother Ray ought to quit worrying about the crowd and concentrate solely on Shelley and Saban, because we've seen from the beginning, they're not intimidated, not for 1 second, but look at this. You can see the the grip that Brother Devon has around the neck of Alex Shelley, but look at him, he's still got fight in him, man.
You're right. That big weight advantage, the size edge that Brother Devon has, is neutralized, countered by Alex Shelley. He gets back up to his feet and then drills Devon in the back of the head with the kick.
You can see Alex Shelley trying to crawl across the ring to get over to Chris Sabin and get the tag as the crowd's behind the guns 100%. Can he get the tag there?
Watch Brother Ray circling the ring, and from outside, he hooks Sabin, dropped him down so that Sabin crashed both on the apron and on the floor. When Shelley goes to make the tag, Brother Ray is there to nail him with the big right hand.
Good call, Mike. I was looking in a totally different direction, and Brother Ray came over there, took them both out, and that's that experience, Ed. That's the little things that they know to do that other tag teams don't, and now Brother Devon just letting the blood rush to the head of Alex Shelley.
You're right, Don. There's a reason why this team, Team 3D, has been so successful through the years. There's a reason why they've held tag team championships everywhere. Suplex, follow cover, 2 count only for 3D's Devon.
Oh, that was close. I actually thought he may have just going to slip one in there, but Alex Shelley just showing that fight and that heart. And they know that they've got to do it for so many people other than themselves. But right now, oh, man, Brother Ray just crushed the back of Alex Shelley.
Shelley in severe trouble. The 300 pounds behind the elbow drop to the chest. Covered. You can see there, though, the cockiness of Brother Ray. The fact that he didn't put all of his 300 pounds across the body of Shelley with the pin attempt. That cost him that time. That enables Shelley to break out, to kick out. But now, yeah, you can hear him. The shots to the face, the clubbing blows to the back, the open hand slaps. Shelley going to try and make it to Sabin. Look how close.
No, Brother Ray's got a hold of the foot. He's got a hold of the foot. He's pulling him right back. Oh, Brother Devon, what a
wow-wee.
It just knocked Chris Sabin all the way up the ramp. Oh, they're getting in their minds now.
How about the speed behind the motion there of Brother Devon as he charged across the ring and knocked Sabin down to the floor. And this is the strategy, Don, that you talked about earlier. The guns didn't fall prey to it several minutes ago, but they certainly have at this point, and it's all 3D.
Oh, they're putting on a clinic right now. They're just showing you how it's done. You keep one isolated over here, and when the other one's looking in a different direction, you hit them from the other side, and the frustration has got to be mounting. Their confidence was so high early on, and now Alex Shelley can see where he needs to go. He just can't get there as Brother Devon levels him with the head.
Diving headbutt as he came off the ropes, but Shelley, still a little bit of gas left in the tank. Able to power out at 2, but now Brother Devon going to put all of the weight on the head and on the neck of Alex Shelley.
He hasn't been the same since he took those knees into the steel steps, and it was just a vicious, brutal move by Brother Ray, but obviously necessary. And Alex Shelley's been just trapped in that ring pretty much since. And he doesn't get Chris Sabin in here to give him some kind of a break, and then they got to use their, you know, we talked about their continuity together. They have totally lost it at this point.
Couldn't agree with you more. Turning point of this match, when Brother Ray took Shelley, tossed him into those unprotected steel steps, and that has totally slowed down the offense of the guns. Couple of swings, couple of misses by Devon. Oh my God, what a kick.
Every ounce of energy he had left, he put behind that foot. And I mean, Brother Devon went right straight in it. What a shot. Now, does he have enough to get up and make the tag?
That's the key. The building's rocking. In anticipation of the tag, Shelley rolls through, tags into the fresh man, Sabin.
Oh, what a clothesline. And then he comes right after it, showing he's got some power. And look at that shot. Brother Devon, though, wow, look at him. As Sabin goes right after Brother Ray and not letting up on either one of them.
Can't you just feel? Can't you sense the adrenaline here flowing from Chris Sabin? Perfectly placed back kick to the gut of Brother Devon. Measures, springboard, clothesline.
Just right off the top rope. 1, 2. Oh, my God, I thought he had it. It was so close.
Baby.
Brother Devon got that shoulder up, and that was a split second. But you know what? Look at that. Sabin didn't waste any time. He went right after Brother Ray to send him a message.
taking the attack to 3D. It's what they've done even before the opening bell. It's been successful so far for the Guns. Saban to the corner, drop toe hold, brother Devon, face first to the second, to the middle turnbuckle.
Oh, he did. He just caught that chin and ate the turnbuckle, and now you can see Saban.
Here it is.
Oh, what a DDT!
Tornado style. Here we go.
1, 2, it's over.
No.
No, it's not over.
Tornado DDT out of the corner. Had brother Devon rocking. Spiked him, dropped him on his head, but Saban could only get the near fall.
He's got to be thinking, what do I have to do? It just shows you the strength of brother Devon. Just
whoa, what's he trying to do here?
trying to pick him. Wait a minute. Oh, coming right off the top was Shelley. Nice double team.
Grazed him with the kick. Shelley springs off the ropes, winds up with a clothesline, now catches Devon as he came off, and that time Saban caught him flush with the drop kick.
I'll tell you now, they're clicking. 1, 2. Unbelievable. Brother Devon's done it again as he got the shoulder up. I mean, you talk about it. Oh, I love that. Just uses the one as a step ladder and just crushes Brother Ray with a kick.
Shelley drops down into position. Saban climbs up his back. The drop kick sends Brother Ray out to the floor. Now, fired across is Shelley. Forearm shot, and Saban follows with a back elbow.
Nice elbow there by Saban. Now, oh, beautiful double kick back in the front of the head of Devon. Wow.
Poetry in motion from the Motor City Machine Guns tonight here at Genesis. They are on fire representing the X Division, and they're doing a hell of a job of it.
We've seen so many momentum shifts in this match. Again, another Hurricane Run, and he sends Devon
Watch
to
Shelley.
the middle of the ring.
Here he comes.
Frog splash.
Baby was on target. Cover him, Saban.
1, 2. Oh, my God. Brother Devon is unconscious, and he still gets the shoulder up.
Time after time, the Motor City Machine Guns have been on the verge of victory, just a split second away from the 3 count. I think that was a blind tag in by Brother Ray. He's legal. Referee Hebner signifies, yes, the tag was legal. Brother Ray is the man in play, and boy, did he just take down the Guns with that clothesline.
Well, we've said it so many times, but that was experience.
Yep.
He knew he was going to catch them both looking the other way. Scoop slam, setting it up for Brother Devon, and we've seen it so many times.
Yep, we know what's up here.
Oh, what's up is right, and he creams him.
Big diving headbutt off the top, and now 3D. Yep, gonna get the signature table, I believe. That's what Brother Devon's doing, taking the table out from underneath the ring.
Well, you saw the flash motion there by Brother Ray, letting him know what they're going to do to the X Division.
Oh, God!
Oh, my God! Saban kicked that table right into Brother Devon, and look at this!
Sunset flip, but he doesn't have the power to take him over. Nobody home on the sit-down splash by Brother Ray. Watch the Guns.
Oh, whoa, one went low, one went high. They got him.
1, 2. Oh, God. They hit him with the high-low. They had the 3 count, and they pull referee Hefner out. Slingshot move by Shelley, caught nothing but concrete.
Wow, Brother Devon just got out of the way in time, and now it's Saban and Ray one-on-one. Oh, he telegraphed it, didn't he?
Boy, he sure did. And now here comes that belt. Oh, with those metal studs on there as he just cracked it right across the back of Saban.
Oh, what a shot. You could just hear it just vibrate through the impact zone, and now you can see he's going to take him up. Brother Devon has got him set up to slaughter him. And there it goes. Oh,
man. Doomsday style off the top. The clothesline deck Saban. Hebner in for the pin.
1, 2. Oh,
What?
my God.
What?
Saban got the shoulder up. I can't believe it. And neither can Brother Ray and Brother Devon. That was just pure gut reaction.
Neither can Brother Mike or Brother Don. I can't believe it either.
I thought he was dead. And now you see Brother Devon looking for something else. They just want to finish off the Guns, and they thought they had him finished off.
Gonna go back underneath the ring and bring another table into play. Brother Devon's got it. Gonna slide it into Brother Ray.
Oh, here they go. This is, you just don't think that the Motor City Machine Guns can take much more. How Chris Saban was able to get out that pin attempt was a miracle in itself.
I mean, it has been a valiant effort, Don, without question, by the Motor City Machine Guns tonight here at Genesis. But now the table being positioned, stacked up in the corner. And it doesn't look good for Saban and Shelley.
No, and Saban right now is in that ring by himself, and here comes Team 3D. You can just imagine what they're going to do with the head of Saban. Look at this! Unbelievable!
He walked right up the table.
And then he sends Brother Devon into it!
Sidestepped him. Charges at Brother Ray. Floats over on Brother Ray.
Oh, the kick, and there it is! The double kick!
Brother Ray down. Saban's got the leg hook. Saban's got two. The Guns did it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the Motor City Machine Guns!
Holy crap! The Motor City Machine Guns just knocked off Team 3D.
They call it the AXS Rush, and they hit it perfectly. That double enziguri.
Motor City Machine Guns, yeah, represent the X Division, get the win. To the back in JB. The Guns.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ladder match and the fight for the right tournament final. The winner to become the #1 contender for the TNA World Championship. Introducing first from Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the instant classic, Christian Cage.
Pretty safe to say that Christian Cage has got his game face on for this matchup, and this is a return match, a rematch. The fight for the right tournament final. The #1 contender, the TNA Championship, is at stake because the winner of this match, yes, is in line for a shot at the World's Heavyweight Champion, whoever that will be, after our tag team match for the title, which is yet to come. Big advantage here, though, however, for Christian Cage, and you see it right there as he climbs up the ladder. Who's better in the ladder match than Christian Cage, Don?
Well, he's got to be brimming with confidence, knowing it is his signature match. It's a match that he's been in so many times, and it's something that Kaz just isn't quite as familiar with. But you know what? Kaz has earned the right to be here, and in his mind, this is just the next step to a title shot.
And his opponent from Anaheim, California, Kaz.
In the absence of Jim Cornette, representing TNA management on Impact, we saw Matt Morgan come down and make quite a decision. He decided that the match, the fight for the right tournament final, which we all thought that Christian Cage had won. We all thought that Christian Cage was in line for a shot at the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion. Morgan says that's not the case. We're going to have a rematch at the Genesis pay-per-view. Title shot hangs in the balance. It's a ladder match, and there you see, high above the six-sided ring, the contract hanging. Yes, the idea in this matchup is to climb up that ladder, take down that contract, win the match, and get the world's title shot.
I'll tell you, though, I have to applaud Matt Morgan for making the decision. Yes, technically it was Kaz that initiated the contact on AJ Styles and Tom Cole when they came to the ring, but it was the right thing to do. Too much is at stake. You're talking about a title shot, and I like the fact that he had the rematch made for tonight. Now, on another end, you might not like the fact that he made it a ladder match, something that Christian is so familiar with and so good at, but at least Kaz is getting that second chance.
We talked about it earlier with the Motor City Machine Guns. We also mentioned it on Thursday Night Impact, that this match has to be, this fight for the right tournament final, by far the biggest of the career of Kaz. An opportunity, Don, to prove to all of us that he belongs along with someone like the instant classic Christian Cage, who's accomplished so much in his career.
And you know what? No matter what happens tonight, he shouldn't hold his head low for 1 second. He has proven he can stay with the best in the world. But it's got to be something to him realizing he's this close to a world title shot. And you know what? That motivates some people beyond anything. And he's just come so far, so fast, and it's been a fun journey to watch.
Well, referees positioned outside the ring, Andrew Thomas and Earl Hebner here at ringside, because it's not about pins or submissions in this match. It's about wearing down your opponent to the point where you feel, Don, that you can get that ladder into the ring and not have to worry about your opponent. They climb the ladder and take down the contract. Beautiful series of offensive moves. Great flurry by Kaz.
Well, Kaz is just so athletic. I mean, that's one of the things that you have to admire about him is He is so versatile, and there are so many different ways that he can beat you. He goes and grabs the ladder, but there is that inexperience in the ladder match. Takes him too long to bring it to the ring. Christian just leaps on him, and you can see how he took advantage of it.
Also have to question, Don, that it's so early in the match when Kaz tried to bring the ladder into play. I don't think he had sufficiently worn down Christian to the point where he could just use the ladder. Now, maybe he was thinking that he could use the ladder as a weapon against Christian Cage. I'm not sure. Christian Cage just unleashes the offense right there with a beautiful elbow and then takes the bottom of the boot and skids it right across the face and nose of Kaz.
Well, the key is you got to have patience. You mentioned it. This is a match of attrition. You have to have patience and take the opportunity when you can. And if you make a mistake in a match like this, it can be costly. And you can see there, Christian Cage saw Kaz coming. He did the thing he had to do. Dropped the ladder and just nailed him with the kick to the gut.
Takes Kaz, tosses him back on the apron, picks up the ladder, and just when he was going to use it as a weapon against Kaz, Kaz caught him back with a kick, and then just springboards back, and he just crashed right down onto the ladder. That move may have hurt Kaz almost as much as it did Christian Cage.
I'll tell you what, I could see blood dripping on the lip of Christian Cage, and it looked like he had his arm caught in the ladder. What a defensive move by Kaz, but he just went for it. He just turned around, jumped off of the ropes, onto the ladder, right into Christian Cage. Now, I'll tell you something.
Did you take a look right above at the eye line, right at the eyebrow of Christian Cage? I mean, the ladder match is so dangerous, Don. It is so dangerous, and we can see that Christian has been busted open when the contact was made with that ladder.
No, he's going to have a black eye for sure, and he just got it caught, and that's what happened. I mean, it's metal, and when you do a move like Kaz did, there's no telling what could happen. Look at this. Christian Cage grabbing another ladder that was underneath the ring any way that he can, and now he's got Kaz on that ramp, and look at this. Christian setting it up kind of like a bridge.
Positioning the ladder, using the ring apron on one side and the steel guardrail on the other. Back to the offensive, shoots him off underneath. Great move by Kaz to avoid making contact with the ladder. Then he takes the head of Christian and just smashes it right down in again. The bloody face of Christian Cage, and there's an elbow shot.
I'll tell you, everything that Christian Cage is trying is backfiring. You've got to give it to Kaz. He's obviously done his homework. Not intimidated him, but he just made a mistake there, and he got himself in a bad position, and Christian just kicked him right where it hurts the most, and now look at this.
Yeah, no counter for a move like that or this. Never saw it coming, did Kaz. You see both boots of Christian going directly into the face of Kaz, who then crashes down back first against that ladder, and
Think about what those rungs of the ladder do to your back. That metal, as you see the bloody face, and you got to wonder if that's going to hurt Christian in being able to see, but my God! He just hit him with a frog splash right on top of the ladder. You've got to be kidding me.
We got to see this again.
Look at
the looks around the ringside area. Take into consideration what you're watching here. That's someone, Don, that 235 pounds is coming off with a frog splash onto just a ladder that is just immovable. There's just nowhere for Kaz to go, and you just feel the total brunt of the impact of that move.
Kaz got the brunt of it as the full weight of Christian Cage landed on him, and he had that ladder secured, like you said. And that shows you how strong those are. It is the metal ladders, and I mean, it didn't even bend. And he nailed them, and oh man, that's just, Kaz has got to be absolutely devastated. As you can see him grabbing, clutching, ribs could be broken after something like that.
A weary Christian Cage, however, as Kaz tries to slide in underneath. Christian making his way up the ladder. He's got his fingertips on that contract. Kaz slides in and then tossed him right down off the ladder. But Christian lands on his feet. This is the experience factor that he has in this kind of a match, where you can get tossed off the ladder, land on your feet, come right back, and then drop your opponent with a clothesline.
Well, he saw it coming, and he realized it was going to happen. There was nowhere for him to go. So he just let him do it. He let him take the ladder and push it over. And like you said, landed. What a move by Kaz as he spun him around. Face first into the ladder, and he's caught. Looks like his arms are stuck.
The already bloody lip, the bloody eye, the bloody face of Christian Cage has to even take more damage when he just got shot right off into the ladder, and now,
He went to the well one time too often, and you almost could sense that Christian Cage was waiting for it, and when he came in, shows you how dangerous of a match this is, and that they're willing to go through it to get a title shot.
That's the key.
How important the TNA World Championship is.
Shows you how dangerous it is, and it shows you at the same time how important this match is to these two competitors with that World Championship shot hanging in the balance. Kaz in trouble, obviously. Catapult move on the way. Look out for the ladder. God.
Nowhere for him to go. Nowhere for him to go. And it has been one brutal shot after another, Professor. Holy crap.
You look around ringside, Don, you see the looks on the faces of the fans. You see the looks on the faces of the announcers as well, as we see just how brutal, how vicious this match has been as Christian Cage tries to make his way up the ladder in the Instant Classic. Almost consents that he's got a world's title shot. Just tear down that contract. Here comes Kaz trying to make a comeback.
But they've lost their mobility. They've been hit so many times that it's hard for them to keep their balance. And look at Kaz grabbing hold of that leg, fighting with everything he's got, and he pulls it down.
You said it in the first couple of minutes of this match. It's a match of attrition, and that's really what it's become. We sensed that right from the start. We knew that this was going to be violent. We knew it was going to be dangerous. We knew it was going to be brutal, and it's all of the above.
I'll tell you, those ladders have been in play from the beginning so many times. You don't see them to the very end after they've taken care of the opponent, but they've been using them as weapons. I mean, it's just unreal. And every time you think Christian Cage is in control, Kaz turns it around. When you think Kaz has got it in control, Christian Cage turns it around. Now look at this. He's going to use it as a baseball bat, and he gets dreams of and knocks him out. And this is Kaz's opportunity right here.
Swinging the ladder like the weapon is Don described, and the contact that was made with Christian Cage drives him completely out of the ring. You see that Christian had this some sense at least to look up momentarily and get a feel for the situation on where Kaz is with the ladder in regards to the contract. Kaz trying to climb up, realizes that he's got to reposition the ladder so that he can reach up and grab the contract. At the same time, Christian Cage is coming up on the floor.
Well, again, by putting the ladder in the wrong spot, that cost him. If he could have got it, he's so close. He's so close. Oh my gosh. He took the ladder and just hit him right under the arm, and now he's setting it up. Both of the guys now have ladders, but it looks like Kaz reeling in pain from that shot. But look at that, Christian's too far from it himself.
That desperation shot with the ladder was really Christian Cage's only option. Kaz had his hands up on the contract. He was getting ready to tear it down. This is where the danger level, Don, just rises several notches. My God, look how high up they are.
This is not going to end good. There's no way that it can, and you can see both of them trying to get their balance. Both of them knowing how oh no, oh my God, Christian Cage!
Inverted DDT, yes, from several runs up on the ladder, guys in the truck. Keith Mitchell, you got to take another look at this.
Look at this, oh, he just got him and hit him with that inverted DDT. You can see Kaz, he knew he was in trouble, and you could see the head flop up and then go right back down.
God, the impact, just Kaz crashed down. You can see the blood from Christian Cage. It's flowed from his head onto the body of Kaz. Christian tries to position the ladders.
Well, you can see
both men have just taken a severe beating in this match.
No, and you can see Christian can't get his balance. Can't get his balance, and the ladder's not cooperating. So what does he do? He improvises. That's what makes him so great in a match like this. Any way that he can get the victory, he will. If it means putting the ladders away and taking care of Kaz first and then just going up and getting it, that's what he'll do.
Yes, he's got the experience. He also has the success in this kind of a match. And you can see that a weary Kaz will land on his feet, float over.
Wow.
How about that for a monkey flip?
What a counter! What a counter by Kaz! I mean, he has been so impressive in a match he's not familiar with, using that athletic ability at every turn. And you can see Christian, and look at he goes right back again, and he hits him with a leg drop.
Springboard off the middle rope, the leg drop, and yes, again, the back of Christian gets crushed right against the ladder. Kaz regroups, Kaz looks around, realizes that he's got to get that ladder in position and tear down the contract. if he wants to get a shot at the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion, whoever that might be after the main event tonight.
But look where Christian's located, though. It's preventing Kaz from climbing up, so he just uses it a weapon again and just crushes him.
Almost like he suplexed the ladder onto the prone body of Christian Cage.
Now what's he doing? He's putting the ladder outside of the ropes.
Well, I can say this, for someone who really has not had much experience in a ladder match.
Pretty innovative.
I was just going to say that Kaz has got a game plan, he's got a strategy.
Too far again, though.
He's way too far away.
Is he going to try to leap for it?
I have no idea. He's going to try and climb up. He uses the ring ropes, then up, yes, to the top of the ladder.
Oh,
You're still too far away.
Too far away. He can see it. He knows it's there. He knows he's close.
Oh, God, from the top. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez, he broke his leg, man. That's unbelievable. Oh, if he didn't, he has to be close. He realized he couldn't get it, so he thought he'd take Christian out of it. If we can see that again, I want to show you the impact.
I had to turn away from the monitor just at the point of contact. Yeah, around ringside, you can see the looks on the faces of the fans. Look at this, guys.
Oh, my God. Christian rolled away, and he was in no man's land.
We take another look at the impact on. How about the audio that we heard on the first replay? When you just heard at the point of contact when that impact was made with the ladder, and yes, the very unforgiving steel, and he now uses it as a weapon, does Christian, sliding the ladder, and I think he caught him flush in the back, and there it is again, right in the back.
Just using it like a sled and just sending it forward, and he's got it trapped around that ring post. His legs trapped in the rope. Christian Cage.
Kaz is toast at this point.
Oh, he's got it right here. And he's got it set up where he can lean over and get it, but
here it is.
Keep in mind their balance is
Kaz
not
going
good.
to try and get back up to his feet, while Christian is just a couple of feet away, now just inches away.
Look at this.
Miraculously, Kaz comes back, but Christian kicks him off at the free leg.
But again,
there it is. He's got his hand on the contract.
Look at this. He just kicked him. He just kicked him. Unbelievable. The contract man fell, but the board's still up there that they got to bring down. Look at this. What a shot. What a shot.
What an incredible match this has been. The return match, the rematch, and yes, the fight for the right tournament final.
They're letting them know that nobody's going to be cheated. They got to go up and they got to bring the clipboard down.
That's the key. You're right, Don. The contract fell off, but the clipboard is still in place, and that is what you must take down. You've got to get possession of that clipboard and take it down to win the match.
Good call right there. Good call by the officials, and they can see it now. AJ Styles and Tomko have come out on the ramp, and it just made Kaz look at him.
There it is.
And Christian Cage is so close.
But remember, he said earlier, he said, I don't want you to come down in this match. And now, he's telling AJ to get away. Kaz fighting up there. Who's going to take down that clipboard, and who's going to get the title shot? Kaz now moving up. Can Kaz take it down?
You can see Christian Cage fighting it out. Oh, no, you can see the ladder teetering, and there they go.
Oh, God.
And look at Christian Cage. He goes over the top. And wait a minute.
Look at Kaz. Did you see the way he landed?
Look at this. It's like he's trying to get the look at what Kaz did.
He just moves it right back into place. Tear it down. Are you kidding me? He's got it. He's so close.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Kaz.
Today,
Heavyweight champion, introducing team number 1 first. From Detroit, Michigan, the Silver Fox, Kevin Nash.
Well, Mike, one thing that stands out from this show concerning Kevin Nash is what he said earlier, that he was going to walk out of here tonight the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, he's got a partner with Kurt Angle. Yes, they're going to have some level of trust, but you know, it's all about one thing, and that's every man for himself and walking out with a goal.
It's the return to the ring of Kevin Nash, yes, in this tag team matchup. Think of what Jim Cornette said when he made the announcement several weeks ago that Kurt Angle would have to team with Kevin Nash. He said, A, you can either coexist, or B, you can kill each other. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And his tag team partner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's the only Olympic gold medalist in professional wrestling history and the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World. He is
Remember when Kurt Angle was playing mind games with Sting? You'll recall the attack on Sting's son at the football game while Sting was several thousand miles away. Sting has turned it around completely on Kurt Angle by telling the world that he would have a mystery partner, a hand-picked partner. Angle has been just totally focused on finding out who that partner is, to the point that it may hurt him.
And their opponents, first from Venice Beach, California, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sting!
Kurt and Kevin, the time has come. Everything that I told you about my partner is true. Not only has he been champion everywhere that he's been in this world, but he's also one of the most deserving and genuine human beings I've ever known in this business, or that I've ever known, period. So put your seatbelts on, because it's showtime!
Oh yes, it's showtime at Genesis. You heard those final pre-match comments from the Icon himself. He's given us clues as to the identity of his mystery partner, Don, but we're about to find out once and for all who's going to join Sting in the tag for the title.
I mean, the mind games continue, and you mentioned it. It might get to the point where it hurts Kurt Angle, and keep in mind, Kurt Angle's so focused on this mystery partner that he needs to worry about two other things, and that's Sting and that's Kevin Nash. Because if they get the pin, either one of them get the pin, then they will walk out the World Heavyweight Champion.
Incredible response here at Genesis for the Icon Sting in his effort to regain the championship belt. But whoever gets the pin, whoever scores the victory, whether it be by pinfall or submission, either these four wrestlers will walk away with the TNA World's Heavyweight title. And you know what? This is what we've all been waiting for, Don. Remember what Sting said. Kurt Angle, yes, you have worked with this individual in the past. Yes, you have rubbed him the wrong way. We're about to find out who that mystery partner is. 40 world championships between these four competitors. It's time to answer the mystery and reveal who the partner is that Sting has handpicked.
The anticipation level is off the charts. Everybody's standing to attention, all waiting to find out who could it be. Everyone's
standing here at Genesis in anticipation of, yes, revealing who Sting's mystery partner is. What an incredible moment this is. This is what we have been waiting for weeks, Don, to find out who it is that Sting is bringing here to TNA.
I can't wait any longer, and you can just feel the electricity. You can feel it. Can you dig it? Yeah! Yeah! You heard him! It's Booker T! Listen to this crowd!
Oh my God. Booker T is the man that Sting handpicked to
be his mystery partner in this tag for the title. What a response. What a response here in Orlando. They're blowing the roof off the Impact Zone here at Genesis. And it's almost like, you know what, I sit here and I feel like my career has come full circle. The first time that I ever interviewed a wrestler on national television, it was the Harlem Heat, and yes, their manager, Sherry Martel, and then all these many years later, believe it or not, my God, Booker T is in TNA.
Did you see the look on Kurt Angle's face when Booker T came out? You can just see it wasn't who he was expecting. And it's thrown him for a curve, but I look over as I see Booker T on the ropes, feeling it just soaking in this crowd. And you can see over here on the ramp, Kurt Angle conferring with Kevin Nash. And it's like everything that he thought, it hasn't been that, and now he's got to figure out a way to keep that world championship. And Sting and Booker T are now partners, and think about this. Booker T, on his initial appearance, could walk out tonight as the TNA World Champion.
While I watched Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash on the ramp, the question that came into my mind, does Booker T, the announcement of him being the mystery partner, does that further drive a wedge between these two, or Don? Do they both realize that now more than ever that they need each other? Yes, it's a tag team match in name and name only, because whoever it is of these four who scores the victory, that individual will be leaving Genesis as the TNA World Heavyweight Champ.
You know, what you said is so true as I was watching Big Kev try to calm Kurt Angle down. And you know what? I think it's one of those things where even Kevin Nash, seeing the response that Booker T got, seeing that, feeling it, you know what? It makes you a little edgy, it makes you a little man when you realize that somebody else is getting that praise and not you. And you're right, Mike. Maybe that's something that's going to bring those two closer. But right now, we're going to start it off with the two that this whole thing began with, and that's the Olympic gold medalist and the Icon.
What an electric moment with the announcement of Booker T as the Icon Sting just bulls Kurt Angle into the corner. Feeling out-processed, tentative between these two, as you would expect here in the opening minute, as Angle grabs the side headlock as Booker T looks on.
Well, Kurt Angle's going to have to focus in a hurry, because you know Sting and Booker T, they've been planning this for weeks. They are focused. They've got their game plan. Kurt Angle's had no clue, and not to mention the problems he's had with Kevin Nash. And look at that. Hip toss by Sting, and then the arm drag.
Boy, almost with ease, and another arm drag. The three quick moves by Sting has, yes, the defending champ totally on the defensive. And the mind games continue here, because you can sense it, Don. You can feel it here that Sting is still taking advantage of this situation. Kurt Angle has been totally taken out of his game.
Oh, and you see Booker T just staring darts at him, and Kurt Angle trying to fight through this as Sting in total control. And look at the beatdown as he just puts Kurt Angle down to the ground, and then the boots to the neck and the chest. And Sting knows right now that he's in total control and has momentum, and Kurt Angle does a smart move. He goes over, look at him just clutching the legs of Big Sexy, trying to get him into the ring to get his composure.
You see there that the tag was made. Angle drops out to the floor, and now I think some questions are going to be answered, Don, about, well, let's talk about ring rust when it comes to Kevin Nash. Been a while since the big man has been here in a TNA ring. Let's see if he's going to be able to turn it up. Let's see if he's going to be able to compete with individuals like a Booker T and Sting.
Well, if there's any way that you can shake off ring rust, it's by size and power, because when you're that big and that strong, just the right power bomb, the right jackknife, anyway, can put it in your favor. And he's looking for one little opportunity. One little opportunity to just hold that gold one more time. Just kind of bring that career full circle like you mentioned earlier. That's what Kevin Nash is looking for. And you can see that Kevin Nash didn't let this Booker T situation affect him like it did Kurt Angle. He understood it was going to be somebody, it was going to be a former champion, and he dealt with it a lot better. And look at him, he's actually showing himself very well right now in the ring on stage.
We witnessed the determination on the face of Kevin Nash as he unleashed the offense in the corner. Sting's game plan was pretty obvious. He went to work on the knees of Kevin Nash, and Don, I think we know the statistics, something like 13 knee surgeries that Kevin Nash has had through the years. Sting tried to direct his offense toward those, but now he's got to deal with Angle.
Well, you and I had the pleasure of talking with Kevin Nash about those knees, and here he comes. Booker T in the ring, and Kurt Angle bails out, and she's just not mentally ready to face Booker T, who is excited to be here at TNA and fresh, and he wants a part of it. And Kurt Angle outside doesn't even want to be anywhere near Booker T right now.
What a special moment that was, just as the tag was put into Booker T, and Booker charged into the ring, and Angle immediately got out of dodge.
Kurt Angle knows, though, he's the world champion. He's going to have to act like it, and he's getting himself in. But one thing we know about the Olympic gold medalist, he's just flat out good. And when he gets that momentum going and he can feel it inside, he can do so many things that so many other people dream of doing. But right now, he's just taken off of his game plan.
And you see that Booker's almost toying with him at this point, getting into his head even further. They locked up, and there you see Booker move into the arm lock, that hammer lock, with a quick reversal of the hammer lock by Angle. Left his head wide open, takes advantage of that, does Booker. First the elbow, then the chop, series of moves, knife edge, right to the chest, and a forearm shot rocks him.
I mean, just one shot after another. I mean, he's just feeling it with every stroke. And Kurt Angle trying to come around. But look at that. Booker T comes right up the rope. Here it is. Two.
A patented move that we've seen through the years. Springing off the ropes, leading the flying forearm, gains him the near fall. Scoop and a slam on Angle. Booker puts the boot directly into the chest of the Olympic gold medalist. Continues the offensive onslaught. Gonna take him up, slams him down. Side slam pin.
1, 2.
No.
You know what, Mike? It's going to be interesting to watch everybody's reactions and everybody's actions once this match gets going. Yeah, you're tag partners, but like we said, it's really all for one and one for all. Only one person leads this match, a real winner. And you're going to wonder what a partner's going to do when he thinks his partner's either getting pinned or getting the pin. It's just a question that I've been thinking about since this match was put in place.
Nash from outside, from the ring apron, was able to direct his knee into Booker T. It turns the match around, but you also, when you're Kurt Angle, when you're the defending champion, you almost have to think twice when it comes to tagging in your partner. You have to make sure, Don, that the time is exactly right. Side slam, here we go.
2.
No.
Wow, and look at the authority that Nash put him down with that side slam. I mean, you can see the look in Kevin Nash's eyes.
That determination that I talked about,
Man.
I sensed it from the second that he walked into the ring.
And now he brings a tag in to Kurt Angle. And, you know, it's one of those things where you need your partner to help keep you fresh. But yet, you've got to be wary that your partner doesn't finish it off and get the win. Nice suplex right there.
Suplex, float over, pin attempt, near fall. Yes, for the defending champ, Kurt Angle puts his title belt on the line here in a tag team match where whoever scores the pin or gains the submission win will leave Genesis with the gold. As you see, Booker trying to use the emotion here of the crowd at Genesis, gets back up to a knee, now back up to his feet. Crowd cheering him on as Booker unleashes, trying to fight off Angle. Series of shots, but Angle cuts him right off. Look at those blows.
Well, the longer this... Oh, nice spin kick as he caught Kurt Angle flush in the face. What timing right there by Booker T, and he brings the tag in to Sting, and Kurt Angle wisely knows he was jarred and gets Nash back in the ring.
Earlier it was Nash unloading on Sting. Sting able to turn it around on Big Kev. Shot for Angle and then decks Nash. There's a stinger splash in the corner. First for Angle. Opposite side of the ring, one for Nash. Running clothesline. Look at Sting on fire.
Think about the history of
Scorpion. Scorpion.
He's got him. Is he going to turn it around? Kevin Nash has been in there. Oh, Kurt Angle though breaks it up wisely.
He not only saved his partner, Don, but at the same time, he saves his championship, and then he suplexes Sting for good measure.
Great point. But one thing I've noticed here is that the longer this match goes, while he's in the heat of the battle, Kurt Angle getting his legs again. You can see it. Yeah, he's just been weary and frustrated and off his game. But once he gets in that ring, he's a different man.
You can really sense that confidence rising. There's another side slam. Look at Karen Angle coming down to ringside here as we see Kurt come in, and he just pulled his own partner off the pin. Well, he had to do that to save the title.
And you know that's just going to break down that relationship between him and Nash. And now Nash says, all right, you go in and get him.
Karen Angle has been so confident lately, Don. Kurt just really to the point of being frazzled, trying to find out who the mystery partner is. Quick backbreaker over the knee, and now this time, Nash comes in to push Angle off the pin, but one of those situations where, yeah, it's every man for himself in the tag match.
Well, turnabout's fair play in that situation. Yeah, Karen Angle has been so focused on keeping Kurt focused, and Kurt's just not been able to keep it in check. But even she came out, she had a look on her face. Oh, nice German suplex.
Sting missed in the corner. Suplex, and yes, Booker T in to make the save, putting the boot in the back of the head of Angle.
Well, it's a good partner will do. He'll break it up and make sure that Sting doesn't get pinned.
And at the same time, Booker T remains alive in the match. So, yeah, he's doing it to bail out his partner. But he might have an ulterior motive as well.
I mean, think about that. Your debut night, you literally could be the world champion. Think about what that can mean.
And Angle firing up now on Sting, wearing him down. Wife Karen cheering on from ringside. Sting looks like he's in trouble here at this point. He's going to have to get it going. You see Booker from outside trying to cheer on his partner.
Well, Kevin Nash now looking on with concern because he can see the grip that he has. As Kurt Angle, but look at Sting. He knows what's at stake. He fights hard, elbow after elbow, but look at Kurt Angle, one shot after another.
Cut him off.
Here he goes.
Attempt at the Olympic slam, but then quickly Sting reverses it in mid-move and drops him down with the DDT.
Nice counter right there, Big. You know what? He's been in that Olympic slam before, and he thought about the next time he got into it, what he would do, and he had it ready, and he caught Kurt Angle off guard. Wow. Both of them now lying flat on their backs in the mat. Who's going to get up first?
Sting and Angle down. Referee puts in the count. Booker T extending the arm into the ring. Trying to get the tag from Sting and does, and now Booker T is legal. Angle looked like he was going to bring Nash in, then thought maybe a little bit differently of it as Booker's going to try and take Nash out. That could be a wise move for Booker. If you take Nash out, send him to the floor, then you only have to deal with Angle.
He can't break up the pin when you've got it. Look at that aggression by Booker T, but he goes right into the boom. Look at that. He catches it, turns it around.
Here we go. Just powered him down to the mat. Decides not to go for the pin. Instead, Booker feeding off the frenzy here of the crowd as Angle, I think, again went back to the Olympic slam, and there's the spine buster by Booker T.
Man, he just went right into him, Booker T, and look at the look at his eyes. It's some of the most intense eyes in the history of wrestling, and you can see he is getting himself jacked up, and there it goes.
Spinner Rooney by Booker T. They're already on their feet and roaring here at Genesis. Measures, doubles him over. Could be the axe kick.
And he hits it, and this is it.
Here we go.
Booker T.
Roll him over and get the pin, get the win, get the title. Nash in to drop the elbow.
Man, and I'm telling you, Kevin Nash, if he was a millionth of a second later, Booker T would have had the win. But Kevin Nash keeps himself alive and his partner Kurt Angle alive.
Nash fighting through the referee, trying to make his way inside the ring. Karen Angle looks on from ringside. The legal men are, yes, Kurt Angle and Booker T, but Nash going to take matters into his own hands here.
Well, yeah, he can sense it. Oh, you can see Booker T spinning
kick.
around. One, two.
That time Angle broke it up.
Well, he had to, and he was just in time. Just in time to break it up. Now Kurt Angle trying to get to his feet as Booker T goes right after him. Booker T's feeling it right now, but what a knee to the gut.
Was it to the gut or was it further south?
Yeah, it might have been.
I'm not sure. Look out. Nash has got him up.
Oh.
Jackknife powerbomb on Booker T.
Here comes Sting. Doesn't even give him a chance and hits the Scorpion Death Drop right there on Kevin Nash.
And as Sting has got the pin, Karen Angle has got the referee distracted. Wait a minute, AJ Styles springs down. AJ's in the ring. Tomko as well.
What on earth are they doing here? Why are AJ Styles and Tomko in the ring while Karen Angle is distracting the referee?
Did you just see Tomko? He just laid out Sting with the clothesline while Karen Angle was distracting Rudy Charles, the ref.
What on earth is going on? Karen! Wait a minute, look up at the ramp! Look at there!
What? Charmel!
Charmel! Dressed to the nines, man!
Coming down the ramp, making her way to the ring. Oh, what a showdown this is!
Well, she realized what's at stake, and she goes right after her. Look at her, she's got her by the hair, and Karen Angle's in trouble.
Look at the
Holy
wives!
cow.
Look at the wives battling it out! Nash is going to go for another jackknife. He's going to take the straps down, and he's going to try and powerbomb Sting. What a wild night this has been. They're fighting outside. There's no referee in there.
And you can see Kurt Angle now getting back in the ring.
AJ just slid the belt in.
What in the world? AJ slid the belt, and he nails Nash.
He took his own partner out. Kurt Angle just used his World's Heavyweight Championship belt to deal the knockout blow to Kevin Nash. There's the Olympic slam on Sting.
Oh no, but the referee's still outside in between Charmel and Karen. You can see Kurt grabs the ref, sleeps him in. Does he still have enough to get the pin? 1, 2, Kurt Angle retains.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is still TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Angle!
Kurt Angle does it. Yes, Kurt Angle remains the champ. And all of a sudden, I think I know what Karen Angle means by taking care of business. How many times have we heard her talk about that?
Look at this, you can see AJ and Tomko pointing to her, and she's grinning. That's what she did. She said she had it under control, and she did. She brought in the tag team champions for their help.
She had not one, but she had 2 aces up her sleeve. Christian Cage looking on, not very approvingly, but bottom line tonight in Genesis, Kurt Angle remains TNA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a TNA Women's Knockout Championship match. Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, residing in Japan. She stands 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighs 272 3/8 pounds. The challenger, Awesome Kong!
That ring entrance music is getting to be very recognizable and very ominous, Don, at the same time. Here she comes. 2 months now. Awesome Kong has been here in TNA, and I'm going to ask you to answer that question that we just addressed when we broke down the bullet points for this match. Who is going to stop Awesome Kong, and will it be Gail Kim tonight?
I mean, you and I both know how we feel about Gail Kim, how we respect her, how we love her, and how the rise that she's had. But you look at her in that ring, and you think of one word: unstoppable.
And her opponent from Tampa, Florida, she is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion,
Heart, desire, pride in being a champion. Those are the things that come to mind when you think of Gail Kim, and you can see right there, pounding on that championship belt, Don, realizing that she's worked so hard to get to this level, to get to this point here in TNA. She's going to do, as she told us in that interview prior to this matchup, anything and everything within her power, even if she has to stoop, as she said, to the levels as low as Awesome Kong to retain the title. But did you see that from Awesome Kong? That's what we can expect. Wow.
Well, she's not going to play by any rules. She doesn't know any rules. And Awesome Kong goes right after Gail Kim. And Gail Kim, look at her, just goes right at her. You got to admire that. Yeah, I'm sure she's concerned. She talked about knowing the damage that Kong can inflict. You heard her. She's going to have to kill me if she wants to walk out of here with that belt. And you can see Gail Kim not going to back down. And oh my God, here she comes. Oh, right on the table. Just smashed her head right on the table. The brute force of Awesome Kong is taking over right from the start.
Well, we've had some business out here at the broadcast booth, haven't we, tonight?
Goodness gracious.
Look at Gail try and fight back with shot after shot, right hand after right hand, but then just one big blow from 272 3/8 pounds. I mean, she's got a, what would it be, 160-pound weight advantage?
Maybe more. Mike, I've got to ask you, you've seen so many matches in your career. How does a Gail Kim beat Awesome Kong? What kind of strategy does she use?
Well, she's going to have to use that passion that she has for retaining the title, Don. She's going to have to use that heart, but in terms of strategy, boy, I don't know. What do you do against Awesome Kong? We just saw right there. She took Gail Kim up into the air. Well, that's what you have to do. You have to stay one step ahead of her. You have to outquick her, obviously. But then when you try and not compete with her on the same level in terms of power, it's just not going to happen.
No, you can't even pretend to. I know she said she'll do anything, she'll stoop to her level, but she is so athletic, and it's one thing about her. Not only does she have all the things like the beauty and everything that goes with it, she's an athlete. She's a trained athlete. She's one of the best, if not the best, female wrestler we've ever seen in a ring. She can do things that men dream of doing, and she's going to have to do every one of them, and going to have to do things like that. Use her, the leverage of her weight to pull the arm over the rope, anything she can to find some weakness, if there is any, in Awesome Kong and exploit it.
Yeah, trying to weaken the arm of Awesome Kong, taking it over that top rope, Don, using it in hammerlock position.
Well, you can see where, you know, the fight was started so early where they didn't get the match started, where Andrew Thomas officially starts the match, and you can see there where Gail Kim just using her brain right now. She's grabbing that arm and applying the pain. And look at that. Oh, but man, that's what happens when you're so strong. You can turn it around in a heartbeat.
Can you imagine 3 minutes, Don, would you have to say, before the bell rang to make this match official and started here? Just Awesome Kong. Yeah, here's the power game.
Well, being a title match, you know, you wanted to give it the fanfare that it deserved, but it was one of those things where you weren't going to stop Awesome Kong and Gail Kim at that point. You might as well just get the match going. This is one that people have been talking about. Have you ever heard more people talk about this women's match than any in your lifetime? They really and truly. Just something about Awesome Kong. It's a train wreck. It's intriguing. You have to watch, and you can't help but root for Gail Kim.
And then at the same time, when Don, what we've seen Awesome Kong do to Gail Kim, including, if you'll recall, in her debut in TNA, defeating Gail Kim before she was the TNA Knockout Champion. And since that point going forward, we know that Gail Kim's got that fire and passion to hold the belt. But what a physical presence, what a physical force Awesome Kong is. Oh, Gail tries to get it rolling here.
Tell you what, she's not afraid to take shots. She'll use whatever momentum she can get off the ropes, but Awesome Kong is just a train, just keeps on coming. But you have to think that Gail Kim's thought about nothing but, since she was embarrassed by Awesome Kong, she didn't want that to happen again, and you got to admire her fire. That's what you got to do.
That's what she has to do. Stay out of the way of an on-charging 272 3/8 pounds, and that's exactly what she did. And just Don, when she gets 2 or 3 good shots in, Awesome Kong will do something like that. Break the eyes of Gail Kim, and now look who's in control.
Well, I got to tell you something. To get confidence, Gail Kim has got to do something to completely take Awesome Kong out of her gang. I mean, you got to put her on her back or something, because Awesome Kong is she's just a wall. And Gail Kim, everything she's trying, it's not. Look at this. Oh no, she's gonna break her back.
Yeah, this isn't a camel clutch situation, Don, where you have 2 wrestlers who are normally the same size as well. Because not only is she cranking back on the neck, and now she's pulling her hair, using her long hair almost like a handle to hold her in place while she sits on her back with near 300 pounds.
Look at that, she's biting the hair and twisting her head, which has got to be causing pain. And that gets into the mind, because right now Gail Kim's thinking to herself, what do I have to do? She's got to find open space. She's got to be so much quicker. She's got to be behind Kong when Kong's looking a different direction, because at this kind of a pace, she is going to kill her. Oh, man, what a bomb.
You know, Gail has not been able, Don, to put together any kind of an offense. She gets in just 1 or 2 shots against Awesome Kong. Kong shuts her down, goes right back to the offensive. We've seen it from the outset, as we saw it for several minutes before the bell actually rang to make this TNA Knockout Championship match official.
Then she applies that 272-plus pounds.
And 3/8.
And 3/8, yeah, right into the neck. Gail Kim, I mean, right now, she needs some kind of oh, look at the strength. It really is. You don't want to use the word impressive, but it is in a way, just the way.
It's jaw-dropping is what it is.
she does things and you sit there and you think, who can stop her in the women's division? And Gail Kim is the one person that I would give as good a chance as any with that athletic ability, but it's not doing anything. Oh man, shot after shot, bomb after bomb.
You pointed out how the fans here at Turning Point in Orlando, Florida, at our Impact Zone, so firmly supporting Gail Kim. You hear the chants trying to get her fired up. Awesome Kong using her head. Gail Kim clothesline, zero effect. Awesome Kong almost says to her, bring that clothesline on again. She hit 2 clotheslines that had zero effect, and then Kong decked her.
I'll tell you what I admire about this women's champion, though, Gail Kim. She goes right back after her. When she gets to her feet, she doesn't look to run and hide. She doesn't look to escape. She looks to go right back. That's what that belt means to her. That belt is the most important thing in her life, and she just is so proud to be the women's champion. But pride can only take you so far.
Here it comes, 3-point stance. My God, squashed her in the corner. Did you notice when we went for the camera close-up look at the face of Awesome Kong? And there's another one. She's got that sense, Don, of cockiness and confidence at the same time. It's almost like she feels that she's just toying with the champ Gail Kim and could put her away at any moment.
You're right, and why wouldn't you think she couldn't? Now look at her, she got her up there in that torture rack. Gail Kim, though, smart move, because we've seen what she's did. She almost broke Christy Hemme in half one night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we know what she can do if she gets you up on those broad shoulders. And you can see every Andrew Thomas.
Oh, the way that she can twist and contort a body. The way it makes, oh man, and Gail in the corner hung out there as Kong just charged at her again. And you can see that Gail actually's got an arm bar applied now that we get a closer look.
Oh, Gail Kim, smart move. She got that arm bar applied and she just pulled on it with all her weight. And now she's trying to apply it and put it behind her. Look at Gail Kim trying to play a strength game. Doesn't work, but look at her beating on the back of the arm. Let me tell you something, that'll make that arm go numb.
I mean, think back on some of the few offensive moves she's had was working, like that hammerlock that she used on the arm. Has it again, but this is just too much size.
Too much size. She's got to find a different tactic. As long as she's still standing, as long as she's not been pinned, she's got life. And she's not a quitter. I'm sorry, Mike.
I just got to point out, Gail Kim has never gotten rolling in this match, never put together offensive moves. The powerbomb attempt, that awesome powerbomb from Awesome Kong is blocked momentarily by Gail Kim, who floated over, rolled through, but then Kong gets up, and here comes the spinning back fist. No, it missed that time.
Gail Kim now using her feet. Good move. Kicking at the legs. You go at the upper body, that didn't help. Now she's trying to do anything she can to bring her down. Look at her nice drop kick. She's got to do more of that.
It's like trying to chop down a tree, isn't it?
Yeah, with your hand.
Yeah, good luck. Nice. Missile drop kick, and Kong is still on her feet. She's still vertical.
She's still standing. You can't take her down. Oh,
that did it.
Shot to the head. What a shot. That's how you do it. She just creamed her. Awesome Kong is on her back. Holy cow!
That's the first step for Gail Kim. It's a small victory, but hell, it's all she's had.
We've never seen that before. There she goes again with the sit-down right on top of the chest. Look at Gail Kim fire herself up.
Here we go, top rope backsplash.
2, oh! Nobody's ever had a pin attempt on Kong. And she just was that close. She's a champion, Mike.
Gail trying to clear the cobwebs at the same time, trying to think of that strategy. Where do we go next? Kong in trouble here as Gail follows up, and there's the senton off the top.
I'm telling you, that right there, she thought she had the pin, but look at this. You can see the look in Kong's face. She doesn't know. She's never been in this position. Oh, but Gail Kim, you got to stay one step ahead, and she didn't.
She missed with the clothesline, but that spinning back fist definitely didn't miss, and with authority right into the face of Gail Kim, who gets tossed right into the corner turnbuckles, and here come the knees.
Now look at how vicious she's going. You can tell she's upset. She's angry. She's been embarrassed. Gail Kim beat her at that point, didn't get the pin, and now look, she gets pushed around.
I saw that.
Away.
Referee Andrew Thomas.
Oh, she's trying to kill her. She won't let up. She's got the foot in the neck, and she won't let up. And referee Andrew Thomas is doing everything he can to get her to break it.
I mean, that's nearly 300 pounds across the windpipe of Gail Kim, and Andrew Thomas is, she just pie-faced him.
She's just showing no respect whatsoever. And you can see this. Andrew Thomas is throwing it out. and he's got to. She's not applying by any rules whatsoever.
Well, it's one of those situations where you can't blame Andrew Thomas. Trying to maintain law and order here in the ring. He's disqualified Awesome Kong.
She just realizes what's happened.
Yeah, you're right.
I think she just realized. He said that's it. She put her hands on him. She knocked him down. She didn't stop when he told her. And it's a championship match. And he,
What?
No
Look
way.
out.
Oh, she just sit out powerbomb on Andrew Thomas.
The Awesome Bomb from Awesome Kong on referee Andrew Thomas. My God.
I mean, she knows that she just lost the belt. And you know what? She could have won it. She could have been the champ. Gail Kim now is extremely hurt. She did not let up with that weight on her neck. I don't know how bad Gail's hurt, but she's hurt bad.
Yeah, Gail Kim, ladies and gentlemen, has kept the title. Going to see some help here from the back because of this disqualification. Here comes Velvet Sky in. Oh, boy, that's not having any effect.
I admire the friendship. I admire the loyalty. But you can't think it was a bright idea, and she just slammed her right down on her spine. Oh, my God. Wow. Look at that look on Pine. Now look at, she wants more of Gail Kim. In her mind, that's been the problem. And she's got to wonder what's going to happen now to her title shot. But she brought this on herself, Mike. She brought it on herself, and here comes Angelina Love with a chair.
Yeah, steel chair, and it's almost on like the TNA knockouts have decided they need to stick up for each other, and then she just took her fist, drove it right into the steel chair, and it landed in the face of Angelina Love.
I mean, this is unbelievable. Every single thing they're trying to do. Awesome Kong is just one step ahead. It is just that strength. Oh, no. She's got the chair in her hands.
The crowd here at Turning Point, they're cheering for ODB of all things.
They want ODB to come out and help them, and I don't blame them. They need something, but look at this. Oh, no. That chair, she's got Gail Kim. Gail Kim.
Come on, the match is over.
No.
You're disqualified.
No.
Look out, look out, look out.
No. God, right on the chair.
God, that awesome bomb. The power bomb from Awesome Kong. Steel chair. Oh, Gail Kim just folded up, and she is in definite trouble.
Everybody's laid out. It's unreal. And now she's looking to see, is there anybody else brave enough to come out here? Nobody is. Oh, no, you can't do any more damage to Gail Kim. Come on, people.
Finally, we got
this.
some security headed in there to try and get Awesome Kong peeled off of Gail Kim.
This is, oh, look at that look, that deranged look on Kong's face. And now you can see how tentative even the security are.
Awesome Kong disqualified. Gail Kim retains the TNA Knockout Championship because of the disqualification. But what a force Awesome Kong is here in TNA. We're gonna review what went down.